Afternoon to the Toon. Welcome to the Toon Review. We've got Watchalong. It looks like Paul's swapping his internet over because he's gone very frozen.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. A little bit of a problem there, but we are here, guys. Welcome to the Toon Review for our very first watch-along of the season. It is Gateshead versus Newcastle United with me and Billy Bob. Kickoff is around 10 minutes away on a very wet Gateshead stadium. The weather is absolutely atrocious today, but a good test for the lads. Now, a very interesting team lineup for Newcastle United today. A bit of mixture of everything. We've got Carl Darlow starting in goal, Kieran Trippier, Alan St-Maximin, Matt Ritchie, Jamal Lewis, Matt Targett, Javi Manquillo, Anderson, Byrne, Longstaff, and Savage. Billy, I'm not sure what the hell the formation is here today.
It's very left orientated. Looks to me like
just a little bit.
He's put the 11 players with the most fitness, the ones that came in the earliest, into the side, and also he's put a couple in purely because of the turnout, because of the massive turnout that's going to be there for Newcastle fans. So yeah. I imagine that's why Maxi and Trippier are playing, and Dan Byrne, Longstaff. But yeah, it's hard to suss out what they're going to be playing. I imagine Manquillo might play the centre back. I'm not sure. Dan Byrne is centre back, but apparently Savage is also a centre back. So it's hard.
Yeah, well, who's striker?
Well, the only striker in the whole of the squad, including the substitutes, is in Dewini. So Lord knows, probably Maxi playing up front, and maybe Lewis is a left winger. I don't know.
And Dewini's a good striker, actually. He's a good player. So, but I would imagine Maxi will start off up top.
Yeah.
But there's so many defenders on that pitch. It is a little bit mad. But we'll see what happens as the game progresses on, obviously. But I think, the game against Rangers on Tuesday night, which we will also have live on the Toon Review, that will be, I would think you put quite a strong side out for that game, Bill.
Yeah, I think so. I think the other players that came in this week will be far more advanced in the fitness. Although having said that, it's been a short summer break this year, hasn't it, with internationals and what have you. So the pre-season training is not going to be as frenetic as it usually is when they've had 2 or 3 months off. So I imagine you'll see kind of Tonali, Bruno, them kind of players, at least on the bench against Rangers.
Yeah, or they'll have 45 minutes or something like that, like Eddie normally does. Yeah. Right, let's have a look at the Gateshead lineup then. They go with Mayer, Tinkler, Story, Booty, Whelan, Francis, Ollie, Campbell, Hunter, Wern, and Denanga. Now, obviously, people will remember Adam Campbell from a while back, Billy. Former Newcastle player, of course, didn't really get much of a look in, to be honest, did he?
No, he didn't fulfil what potential we thought he had as a youth team player, that's for certain. And then he's been all around the place. Carlisle, he was there for a while, wasn't he? And he's finally ended up back at Gateshead. And also got Rob Elliott on the bench, I believe, former goalkeeper.
Yes, it is indeed, Rob Elliott. Mike Williamson, I don't know whether he's registered himself as a player this season, but he's obviously not involved. But it'd be good experience for the Gateshead players. Obviously, I would think that's probably quite a strong starting lineup from their point of view, because obviously they don't have the squad depth that Newcastle United do. So they'll probably be going out quite with a strong side. So it'll be an interesting game, this. There's no doubt about it. Let's have a look who is in the house today. We've had loads of people in before it starts. Arturo says he knows Ndemwimi, played football here with him years back at Real Madrid campus experience. Interesting. We've had a super chat coming from Jimmy Barr. Jimmy, thank you very much. $14.99 Australian. Hey, Paul, Billy, and TTR fam, stoked to get our first pre-season fix of Toon football. Feels ages since we last played Chelsea. How are the lads and lasses? Thank you very much. Guys, don't forget, if you do enjoy today's watch along, please do hit that thumbs up button. Very vital of this channel that we keep the thumbs up coming. And of course, if you're new and like what you see, come and be part of this incredible community. Over 21,400 subscribers now. So we're looking to, obviously on the watch alongs, we do get a lot of subscribers. So please hit that subscribe button, free to do so. And of course, the notification bell, which will let you know when we go live or upload any future videos. And of course, as you've just seen there, you can donate to the channel if you do so wish by hitting that $sign at the bottom of the live comments. And that will take you through to a payment method. You get your comment read out straight away, as well as donating to the channel. So thank you in advance, everybody, for that. We have a new member, Aloda Borlocks, thank you very much, Aloda. Welcome to Members Club. Aloda Bollocks, there you go. Thank you for signing up to the membership. Interesting name, Billy?
Absolutely. He's tickled me, that's certain.
Well, you know what it is. If that was just a normal comment, I wouldn't even read it out. But the fact that it's a new member, a load of bollocks. Well, there you go. Thank you very much, a load of bollocks. Jimmy says, "Afternoon, guys. Need a canoe to play football today." Yes, it is looking rather damp at the International Stadium in Gateshead. I mean, Billy, will that help or hinder the players? The amount of the amount of water that's been coming down on the pitch.
I imagine it'll make it harder to run around for 90 minutes. I don't think I'll get 90 minutes either of them, but any of them. But yeah, it'll make the ground a little bit heavier. I suppose it's not been raining that much lately, so I think it'll be okay. I think it might even cool them down. Well,
it's been absolutely thrashing down here the last half an hour, Billy. So I'm not too far away from that stadium. So, but hey, it's football. You're playing any weather, unlike these cricketers and tennis players who have to go off if it rains. But we'll not get into that. Rachel says, just a reminder, as it's been a while, no spoilers. Wait for Paul and Billy to comment first before commenting. Don't ruin it for others in the chat. Chat is spoiling. Will be removed. Yeah, anyone that puts spoilers in will be removed. Please just wait till me and Billy have commentated on it and we're talking about it, then you can mention it in the chat. Don't spoil it for people that can't watch it and are just listening to the commentary. So thank you in advance, guys, for that. $4.99 super chat from 12th man Toon. Thank you very much. Afternoon, everyone. Can anyone explain the formation team? It's very confusing how we're setting up. In a word, no. We've just looked at the team, mate, and we tried to make some sense of it, but unfortunately, that ain't going to happen until we kick off and see where players are running around. And Acid says, oi, I'm back. I've hit like ooh in excitement, and it's just Gateshead. I'm buzzing. Yeah, I mean, look, it's been... I think football for Newcastle fans now, Billy, is that exciting that we it doesn't matter who the hell we're playing against, does it?
No, and I think we probably have our green kit on today as well, won't we? Gateshead got like a whitey, blacky top, haven't they? So
they do, yeah, the black and white, yeah, interesting, yeah. Be interesting how it matches up against the green pitch, Billy, because that pitch looks very much like the colour of our away strip.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It'll be hard to commentate on, I guess. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it is. Nicole Watson says, a big shout out to my other half, huge Newcastle fan. Love you loads, boo. Well, there you go. There you go, boo. Burn is playing up top. I highly doubt that. Are you surprised Garanku was not involved, Billy?
A little bit, yeah. I thought he might have been back and been training. You know, if he wants to stay at the club for this year, I mean, obviously he's probably been told he's out on loan, but would have been interesting to see if Eddie Howe would have liked to have had a look at him, but not in the squad at all. So I think we can take it from that unless we see him Tuesday against Rangers, Monday, whenever it is, Monday or Tuesday, is it?
Yeah. I mean, look, he may play against Rangers. He may. Eddie might want to see him against, no disrespect to Gateshead, but maybe top quality opposition on Tuesday. So maybe he wants to see that happening. But time will tell on that one. If he's not involved on Tuesday, then I'd be very, very surprised if we see him at all in pre-season, to be honest. I think he'd be, or maybe they've got a team already fixed up for him. Peter Highland says, I watched some highlights of Jesper Lindstrom and he looks amazing. I would go for him over Barnes because he would be cheaper and we could use that money towards left back and right-sided centre back. Well, Billy, the reports is coming this morning that another team are interested in Harvey Barnes.
Yeah, West Ham certainly are, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're waiting for the money to come through from Declan Rice, and then they might try and gazump, so to speak. But if Harvey Barnes doesn't want to go there, there's not a lot they can do, is there?
No. I mean, look, Harvey Barnes has already said a couple of times, I think, that Newcastle is his preferred destination. So let's just see how that plays out. I certainly don't want to see another rigmarole of where, Barnes goes to West Ham, because I think then, Billy, fans will probably start to get a bit twitchy, saying, these players that we're targeting doesn't seem to be happening. So I mean, look, I'm not worried. If it's the same situation when the window closes, then we can have another look at it. But until that window closes, we just don't know who's coming in, Billy.
No, we don't. But I think we've got to start questioning the FFP kind of process because other teams don't seem to be adhering to it. You know, we're looking at Aston Villa now. I mean, they've spent ninth most in Europe over the past decade. You know, FFP problems don't seem to have any. They're spending left, right, and centre every season. Okay, they sold Jack Grealish, got a few quid back from them, but apart from that, they haven't sold many big players, have they? So how are they getting away with FFP? Everton, we know about Everton. It seems like anyone's adhering to it.
I think questions have to be asked about that, definitely. Really have to start asking questions because it's getting annoying when you're seeing the amount of money that the Chelseas of this world are spending. And like you said, that they haven't, I mean, Havertz has gone, but anyone else big named? There's a couple gone to Saudi, I think, but not to the majority where, that they can refund that money that's already come in for players that they've spent last season. I mean, last season was a joke, but hey, it seems like one rule for one and one for another, but only time will tell on that. Another super chat, Martin Watson, $4.99. Thank you very much for that, Martin. Well done to the NUFC Down Syndrome team winning the cup. Indeed, yeah, congratulations to them. Boy, were they happy about that as well. It was great to see them looking so happy. Rachel says, please do not ask or give links in the chat. Indeed, look, you know where it's on. It's on National League TV website. If you want to go and pay $9.99 to stream it. If you don't worry about it. You'll get the full commentary here today with me and Billy Bob. We're still awaiting the players coming out. I think they'll be waiting as long as possible before they come back out into that bloody weather again. Tony says, remember that's life, Paul. Very famous registration number, OBO 110X, indeed. Esther Ranson, indeed. We'll have Dan Burn as a winger today. Oh, God. Don't tell Alex that, Christ. Guy says, Sandro must be thinking, what have I done? He'll have to get used to UK weather. Look, I'm sure he knows what to expect with UK weather. I mean, look, it's not like it doesn't rain in Milan. It does. And probably when it rains in Milan, it rains a lot stronger in Milan than it does over here. Because they get horrendous storms. So, this weather crap, it's not exactly cold. It really isn't. And I don't think for 1 second Tonali will be bothered about the weather. All he'll be bothered about is performing for Newcastle United. Simple as that. Predator says, where things are looking, we'll be playing Noah up front. And if Gateshead get on top, he can park his arc at the back. SofaScore has a weird lineup, to be honest. Trips, Manquillo, Burn and Target. Savage, Longstaff, Anderson, Ritchie, ASM, and Lewis. Interesting where Jamal Lewis is going to play, Billy.
Yeah.
Because you've also got Target and Dan Burn. Yeah. All three left backs.
Play centre back. I think Burn's certainly going to play left back, centre back, and I think Matt Target will play left back. I think we'll see Jamal Lewis further up the pitch.
Interesting. Paul says Eddie's not at the game. Interesting. I haven't heard anything on that. Mark says, good afternoon from the horrible weather on the south coast. Well, that makes a change that you're getting horrible weather on the south coast. Peter says he's watching from Australia. G'day. I've got family over from Australia who I'm going to see tonight, heading back tomorrow. But because I had COVID, I wasn't allowed to see them. So luckily I've tested negative in time to go and spend a few hours with the guys tonight before they head back tomorrow. Don't care who we are playing. The Mags are back. How are the lads? Baz Down Under says, are we playing in the away strip? Well, I would think so. Gateshead's home strip's black and white, unless we've come to some agreement with Gateshead that they're in the visiting strip, but I highly doubt that with them being the home side. Still waiting for the teams coming out, guys. I know kickoff was supposed to be 12:30, but they haven't appeared yet. So I don't know whether there's a slight delay just to let the pitch drain a little bit or whatever it may be. I don't know. I mean, the pitch looks pretty good from where I'm looking at it, but we'll see. Inspector Hector says Kual hasn't even been in the training pics. That's a very good point, actually. I mean, he may not be back yet. 12th Man Toon says, I was playing football this morning and it was boiling hot. Think I got the timing right. Yeah, just a bit. Ian says he couldn't get the National League stream to work on Chrome. Works on Edge, though. Have you, beautiful duo, as my audio, though. Thank you very much, Ian. Mine is working, definitely. We've got another super chat. Mawson, thank you for your 50 Saudi Arabian Riyal super sticker. Very kind of you, buddy. No comment there, but thank you for your continued donations to the channel, mate. Barbara's shocked that the Irish Jesus, Jeff Hendrick, is not playing. I mean, it would have been interesting had Hendrick and Hayden been given a game, Billy.
Well, I think they might get some time in pre-season. I think just basically for fitness reasons, but when, I don't know. I thought this would have been the ideal game for them, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Just get them in the shop window and hopefully find somebody to take the buggers away. More so Jeff Hendrick, I think, than anybody else. Matty says, come on, Newcastle. Harvey Barnes to Newcastle on the cards. Well, not this morning with the news that West Ham have stepped in. Craig thinks that Barnes has 90% bought a house in Morpeth.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah. Let's have a look. Another super chat just come in there. Jimmy, another $7.99 Australian. Did I just hear from the commentators? Number 11, ASM, number 12, Matt Ritchie. Could that mean that Tonali has ended up with number 8 and Gordon 10? Interesting. I don't think the squad numbers are out yet, to be honest. I don't think they play the squad numbers in friendlies. I wouldn't make anything of that. It might be interesting to see if it does turn out that way, but I don't think so. Only time will tell, I guess. Again, we'll see what happens when it kicks off. Apparently, Barnes is seriously looking at a property in Morpeth, according to Liam Kennedy. Okay. Well, like I say, if he's looking for a house, fair enough. Tony says, I hope the weather is better on Monday. I'm driving up from Cambridgeshire with Mrs. Tony for a stadium tour. Well, I hope it's better for you, but I don't care what the weather is. You'll still have a marvellous time on the stadium tour. As the players are finally coming out, Billy, for the game. Newcastle are in their away strip, and I have to say, it is very much like the colour of the pitch.
You're getting that. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting that at all. I've just got weird. Let's
give it time.
Let's refresh. Yes, I've got it now. They're coming out in the green tops and white shorts. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is very grassy, isn't it? I've got to say.
It is. Yeah. I'm not liking that, Billy, if I'm openly honest. But they're just going down the line now, shaking hands. Quite a few of the Newcastle fans, I think, have stayed at the back of the stand, Billy, due to the rain. They're all standing up in the concourse bit. So there is a lot of Newcastle fans there, of course, as you'd expect. West Ham apparently to pay Barnes asking price of 40 million. I don't think we will. Look, I think a lot of reports have said this morning that West Ham are going in with a very, very strong offer. Now that's up to us to go in. If we really want Harvey Barnes, Billy, I think we really do need to make it or do something about that.
I wouldn't pay 40 million for him, though. We've got a strict price list. If Harvey Barnes doesn't want to go to West Ham, Leicester will still might have to take our offer. So I won't be too. If he's that keen to come to us, he's bought a house in Morpeth. He won't be signing for West Ham, would he? Now I've just shrunk Billy down there just so you guys can see the score. Billy is still with us. Don't worry. It's just so that the score's on the scoreboard ticking over. Newcastle at the moment will be kicking left to right, although they haven't done the toss yet. Maxi is playing number 10, by the way. So I don't know what the... Listen, you shouldn't be listening to the commentators online anyway. You should be listening to us. That's the best way to listen to this game today. But remember, please, no spoilers at all, or the mods will remove you from the chat. And we don't want to do that, guys. We want to have a good watch along without any problems and just enjoy it. Jay Devlin, good morning. Says he's just popping a steak on the grill. Geordie Toon for Life says, Paul, I think the green strip looks nice, but it's not my favourite colour, I must admit. You know what it is? It's going to take some getting used to.
It's the numbers aren't very clear. You know what I mean? Green against the green against the pitch, and then obviously with the black numbers, it's not great, I have to say. But I mean, look, before kick-off, Billy, you know, I expect Newcastle to win this game today. I know it's pre-season, but you know, the coaching staff and everybody else will be looking to put on a performance. You know, they know. I mean, look at the Newcastle fans in the background there. You don't get that anywhere else for a pre-season game of football.
No, definitely not. And it's all about keeping the ball. Let's let the ball do the work for us. Fitness is obviously a key part of this as well. I want to see how good how long they can run for if they get into the ball first before the Gateshead plays, which they should be.
Yeah, well, we are underway, and immediately Matt Ritchie going down the right-hand side, and it's a brilliant save. Tipped round the post. I think there's an offside there, actually, but Newcastle immediately threatening in the first 20 seconds of the game. Ball played over by Longstaff, ran onto by Matt Ritchie, smashed it with his right foot. It was a very, very good save, but the offside flag went up. Nero Chen, thank you for your $2 Singapore. Finally, football is back. Cheers from Singapore. Thank you very, very much. Over 1,300 watching already, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Please do hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. As Gateshead come down the right-hand side in a lot of space here. Whips it into the box and it's cleared away by Dan Byrne for a Gateshead corner. Wow. This game has started off at 110 mile an hour, Billy.
I'm a bit behind you, I've got to say.
Are you really?
I am indeed. I'm about 30 seconds behind, so let's just see if we revamp it and get level with you. Well, I'm at the corner now.
All right. Well, it's taken short by Gateshead. And now in comes the cross. Longstaff heads it up into the air. Darlow comes out and claims it very, very quickly. Darlow in all lime green, kind of yellow. He certainly stands out. Dear me. Matt Targett now to Longstaff. Inside to Maxi. Maxi then. Nice little bit of play by Sean Longstaff breaking through the middle, but just a heavy touch. Good play by Trippier. Maxi now out again. This is Manquillo whips it in. Right the back post. Savage pulls it back. And that was an opportunity for Newcastle there. But again, just I think, my God, there's two players look exactly like Remy Savage. I don't think that was actually Savage. I'm trying to work out who that was there.
Lewis at the back post.
Who? Oh, Jamal Lewis, of course it is. Long ball forward again. Maxi nods it down through the middle. Played out wide. There's certainly some tackles going in here early doors. That's without a shadow of a doubt. Jimmy Barr, welcome to Members Club. Thank you very much for signing up and supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Really appreciate that. As Gateshead just kick it straight out of play. Alvin Messenger, good afternoon to you. Claire saying there seems to be a lot of empty seats for a game that is sold out. Well, I think a lot of people possibly saw the weather today and have decided against it. But there is a lot of Newcastle fans further back. At Gateshead Stadium, you can walk around in a little bit and you're not sort of stuck in the one position. But yeah, there is quite a few empty seats there. And, you know, I think, Billy, the weather's got the better of some people.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always the front rows as well, isn't it? The ones that are nowhere near the cover of the stand.
Yeah, so. Exactly. But there is a lot of stands at Gateshead, remember, that don't have roof. Certainly the stands behind the goal. But the stand opposite the main stand does have a roof, but it's not covered. It's an open roof, which I don't understand at all. Lawrence, good afternoon from sunny Marbella. Well, I hope you're enjoying it out there on your holidays, mate.
We thought the Newcastle goalkeeper's kit was slightly garish. Bloody hell, the Gateshead one.
Oh, my goodness me. I know. I mean, it's bright. It's like the Pink Panther. The target, Gateshead coming down this right-hand side again. Matt Targett is there, though. Holds him up. Gateshead into the box. I mean, they've swung that ball twice now over to their right-hand side, Billy, and had a bit of joy against Matt Targett, but they've been forced back here.
It's an age-old thing with our fullbacks. They get pulled in so far and it leaves space on the flanks, especially on the left-hand side.
Yeah. Geordie Toon for Life says, Billy, that's called shocking pink. Indeed.
Shocking, you're right.
As Newcastle win the ball back. And that's a little bit lackadaisical there from Longstaff, but we win a throw-in. I mean, look at the size of that Newcastle bench. Gateshead have never seen such a bench as long as that. Incredible. They've had to get chairs from inside the stadium brought out to go alongside the dugouts. Graham says, pre-game, the Gateshead we're only allowed 7,000 tickets for today. The stadium holds 11,800, so should be almost 5,000 empty seats. Well, there you go. Okay, that explains it. Darlow has the ball. He's in trouble. Oh, he got away with it, and only just. Oh, my goodness me. Savage gives the ball away, comes to Longstaff. Another big tackle going in there. Trippier does well outside of his boot. Plays it over now to Jamal Lewis, darting down the left-hand side. He's got Target overlapping. Gives it to Matt Target now. Target swings it into the back post. Richie's unmarked, and he doesn't put it on target. It does go for a corner, but Richie should have done much, much better there from the header. Swung in by Matt Target. Disappointing.
Yeah, he should score there, shouldn't he? At least get on target.
I mean, we've got a corner, but I think the header was going wide anyway. As Jamal Lewis wins the throw-in deep in the Gateshead half. I mean, it's bizarre seeing all these left-backs on the field for Newcastle. It really is. Here's Elliot Anderson to Target. Inside to Jamal Lewis. Jamal Lewis back to Target. Forced back to Longstaff. Longstaff in turn goes back to Dan Byrne. Byrne steps over the halfway line. Has to turn back and go all the way back to Darlow. Darlow way out of his box. And again, Longstaff does well to get the ball to Savage. Savage out now to Kieran Trippier on this right-hand side. Inside to Alison Maximan. Here we go. Maxi, head up, running, going through about 5 Gateshead players there. Plays it out to the left-hand side to Target. And overlapping ball now. And again, cut out by Gateshead as it comes into the box, but they make a right hash of the clearance. And it's gone straight out to play for a throw-in, which Javi Manquillo will take. I'm not sure where Kieran Trippier is actually playing, Billy. I think is he playing sweeper here?
He looks like he's in midfield to me.
Yeah.
But brilliant for Maxi there, dropping deep, getting the ball, taking the player on, and feeding it out wide. That's what you want to see from Maxi in that central position.
Absolutely. Gateshead have the ball back now. Oh, try to play it through there, but Dan Byrne had that ball covered all the way. And Darlow picks it up and quickly dispatches it out to Matt Target on the left-hand side. Inside now to Trippier. Trippier to Longstaff. Inside to Maxi. Back to Longstaff. Maxi wanting the ball. That's good to see. Longstaff plays it out to the left, looking for the run of Jamal Lewis. Will it hold up in the wet pitch? It certainly does. Lewis now on the far left-hand side. Cuts back onto his difficult ball off for Trippier, but he did well to hold on to that. Here is Trippier again. He's all over the pitch. I think he's just got a free roll Trippier today by the looks of things, Billy. Here's Maxi in the centre circle. Turns. Plays a beautiful ball through. This is a chance. And Longstaff, has he fluffed it? Yes, he has. Clean through on goal. And Longstaff fails to score on 2 attempts. Man, we saw that a lot last season with Sean Longstaff making runs like that, Billy.
Yeah, he should score there. He's got to score there. Brilliant again from Maxi. Been the shining star so far.
Yeah, lovely ball through.
Play the free ball through, yeah, absolutely.
But again, you know, we saw that with Sean Longstaff's finishing last season, wasn't it great? But Newcastle coming back again with Lewis down the left. Inside to Maxi, not a great ball, but Longstaff took it, Anderson took it on, couldn't quite control the ball. And it's cleared by Gateshead again. But certainly Newcastle doing lots of attacking here, but that's a terrible mistake by Dan Byrne. And Gateshead now are through in on goal. Can he convert? He skips inside Byrne. Darlow makes a save. Dan Byrne was all over the place there. And Gateshead really should be one up there, but good work by Darlow. Billy Bob.
Yeah, he's trapped it onto his own foot. He's trying to control it, and it's hit his other foot on the way down and gone falling straight into the path of the Gateshead striker, but Darlow got him out the shit there.
I mean, he skipped by Dan Byrne twice there, didn't he? Once the mistake, once in the box. By the way, Stato is with us in the chat. That Maxi through ball with the eyes emoji. I thought that would impress Stato. Jamal Lewis on the ball again. He's seen a lot of the ball early doors. Elliot Anderson now cuts inside onto his right foot. He's got an overlap from Manquillo now on the edge of the box. Manquillo back to Anderson. Good football by Newcastle, but cross couldn't find its target. Back to Anderson again. Manquillo now. Here is Maxi. Has to turn and go back. Very reluctant to give it to the defender. Does well. Longstaff gets the ball again. And now clipped over for Maxi. The flag stays down. Maxi acres of space. The ball across. Oh, it's dreadful finishing from Lewis. Gateshead are furious, thinking there should have been an offside flag there, but a terrible finish from Jamal Lewis. Maxi sets it on a plate for him. I thought Maxi should have gone on and had a shot, Billy.
Oh, Lewis, yeah, I've just caught up there myself. But Lewis is kind of playing as a centre forward at the minute. It's quite odd the way we're playing. Maxi's floating around everywhere. It looks like they're all floating around everywhere.
Yep. Oh, terrible goal kick from Gateshead, but they got away with that heavy touch by Jamal Lewis. Gateshead bring it over the halfway line. Good ball out to the left-hand side to Campbell. Campbell cuts back in on his right side now. He may have a pop from there. He may have a pop. He does have a pop. And Darlow down to his right as they skipped across the wet surface. And Darlow picks it up. No problem at all. But certainly stand out at the minute is Maxi, Billy. He's getting the ball. He's driving forward. He's played some lovely balls in. He could have actually had 2 assists.
Yeah, he could have. Good effort from Adam Campbell. I've got to say, he's looking quite bright on his side as well. So, yeah, good play from both sides. But yeah, I'm a bit concerned about having no striker. But Maxi is without doubt the star of the show so far.
Indeed. It's with Manquillo just on the edge of our box at the moment. Trippier looking for help, gets it from Longstaff. Longstaff loses the ball on the edge of the box. We're in trouble here, and Gateshead have scored. Gateshead have taken the lead, and sloppy play from Sean Longstaff, and Gateshead take the lead. Can you bloody Adam and Eve it? Billy, I'll let you catch up and watch the goal, but dreadful from Longstaff.
Awful, yeah. Very, very slack, wasn't he? Wanted all the time in the world. He didn't have it, and good finish from the lad to get once he was through. Don't know what his name is, but good finish.
I mean, it is dreadful from Longstaff. Trippier, just give it out wide. Just give it to Matt Ritchie. He's screaming for the ball. He loses it, and it's a very good finish, actually. Low to Darlow's left. I mean, Darlow had no chance with that, to be honest. And Gateshead are in the lead.
Yeah, I mean, Longstaff had more time than that. Trying to take a play on in front of the penalty area, it's just suicide, really. And even against these kind of players, you can't do it.
That's a poor goal, actually. I mean, I know it's pre-season. Look, remember, this is pre-season. Mistakes will happen, and let's just hope that we get all these mistakes out of our system. However, you really can't be doing that because, these players, they're not going to be lacking match sharpness, Billy, too much. They haven't been missing from football for too long, have they?
No, it's only been a couple of months. Well, for the players that didn't play against Chelsea and didn't have any international football, they've had maybe 6 weeks. But yeah, that's just poor from Longstaff. Overconfidence, bit disrespectful to the Gateshead team. To be honest, trying to beat a player there. Yeah, and he was rightly punished for it.
I mean, Gateshead are putting everything into this, Billy. They are going in for it's not like they are standing off any tackles. No, Mike Williamson is, and credit to them. It might be a friendly, but Gateshead have got a big season themselves coming up. They want to put a statement down to say, look, we're ready for the new season. We brought some new guys in, and we're ready to go. And you'd always expect that from a smaller team playing the big club, of course, especially next door neighbours. It's a big game for Gateshead.
100%, yeah. If they can win this game, and let's be honest, last week against Sunderland, first half they were dominant against the Mackhams. Yeah, they haven't been dominant here today, but they've fed off the mistakes and they won up.
3-2, wasn't it, against Sunderland? I think the final score was. By the way, a massive happy birthday, of course, to Billy Bob. He's turned 65 today. Happy birthday, matey, and a very happy 18th to your son as well. So mass celebrations going on in the Billy Bob household. So massive happy birthday to War Billy. But at the moment, Newcastle aren't giving us the performance we want to see. I think the sun's come out in Gateshead a little bit there by the looks of things. Adam Pearson's video showing how wet it is. Yeah, it was really wet earlier on. But Gateshead have sort of played the way into this game here, Billy.
They have indeed.
Oh, that's an awful pass again from Longstaff. He nearly again, Billy. Dear me.
Yeah, not good.
Wow. I mean, he's lucky to get away with that, but that's nice down the left-hand side. Jamal Lewis has done very well to get away. Maxie's screaming for the ball, making a run. Lewis plays him in down the left. St. Maximan now heading towards the penalty area. There's the step-overs. Runs into a sea of black and white Gateshead shirts. It's cleared away. Gateshead can't get the ball away. A bit sloppy there in defence. Newcastle win it back. Longstaff sees the run. It's a terrible ball. He hasn't started too well at all in these first 15 minutes, to be honest.
No, he hasn't.
But long time to go, of course. Long time to go. First game of the season. King of Qatar says happy birthday to Billy Bob.
Cheers, Roy.
Ball's out to play at the moment with the Gateshead player down. Nothing much going on. Thank you for all the recent subscribers to the channel. Thank you very much. We've got nearly 1,600 watching here, which is fabulous for a pre-season watch-along. Don't forget to hit those thumbs up button, guys. And, of course, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, become a subscriber. Come and be part of this brilliant community on the Toon Review by hitting the subscribe button, which is free, and also the notification bell, which lets you know when we go live or we upload any future videos. Lots of happy birthdays coming in on the chat for you, Bill. Let's get to take the free kick straight to their goalkeeper. He looks very edgy on the ball, I have to say, the Gateshead keeper. He's not sure whether he should go short, go long. As Manquillo gives it back to Darlow. Back to Manquillo. Gateshead are doing what we do. They're pressing very high and pressing very... excuse me, very strongly. Would-be Farmer says, a stupid Galazzo pundit was saying Weston McKennie was better than Longstaff, and I blasted him for being a jingoistic knucklehead. After watching Longstaff today, he may have something. Very early doors. It's 17 minutes gone, guys. Let's not... he hasn't had the best of starts, but, you know, there's a long way to go.
Let's not forget that Sean Longstaff's part of the Champions League qualifying side, where Weston McKennie got relegated.
Yeah.
That speaks volumes.
Exactly. Anyway, Matt Target has the ball over on the left-hand side right now, bringing it forward and plays it down for Jamal Lewis, who's got a bit of space here. Lewis fires it over looking for Matt Ritchie. Does, in fact, find Matt Ritchie's first touch a little bit heavy, but he wins the corner for Newcastle. And Trippier comes across to take it, but Ritchie takes it quickly. Manquillo, Longstaff tried to slide it back to Manquillo. It didn't happen, unfortunately. Here is Longstaff again. Nice touch. The ball into the box. Chance here. No. Elliot Anderson trying to battle for it. Good defending. And Gateshead managed to play the way out of danger and play out really well. Now, they could be on a breakaway here. That's a foul by Savage. In fact, it's not. It's Maxi. Well, that explains a lot. It was an awful tackle as Gateshead threatened to break. I think he took one for the team there, Billy, to be honest.
I'm not quite there yet, but yeah, I can see it now. He tried.
He tried. I think it was a typical Maxi tackle, to be honest. But that was good stuff from Sean Longstaff there, Billy. Getting in there, being at the spearhead, playing a little ball through like we know he can, and set up chances. So that was much better.
Yeah, absolutely. Much better. Much more the Sean that we're used to. But he's got... Well, we're back in again. No, we're not. We're miles behind you. About 20 seconds beyond, I think I am. 18:32 I've got.
Well, I'm at 18:50. So those seconds that you're behind me, Billy, probably work for a co-commentator, because by the time I'm finished, you can then talk about the incident. So it's not too bad, actually. Get to have it on the right-hand side here. Potato Gamer says, happy birthday, Billy, from me and my 5-month-old daughter who loves her Newcastle kit.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon to Danielle, who's in the chat as well. Hope you're well, Danielle. And of course, Danielle will be going to a lot of the girls' games next season, which I will be as well. They've just made about 6 signings in the space of 3 days, which has been incredible. Some really good players coming to the women's team. And I'm looking forward to seeing them during the Seller Cup weekend as Longstaff is completely taken out there. Has Howe managed against Gateshead before, says Umanumu. Gateshead actually looked better, can't lie. Calm on the ball, not rushing anything either. Guys, let's not panic here. I mean, look, if we play anywhere near our ability, we will win this game. It's just, I mean, let's be honest, we've had some good chances already. I mean, this could really be 3-1 to Newcastle if we're being openly honest. Certainly the opportunity for Jamal Lewis, Richie's shot. We've had opportunities. But Gateshead, let's be honest, they will be very fired up for this game simply because it's the rivals from over the water, Billy. It's a big game for them, isn't it?
It is indeed. Yeah, of course it is. And they've already got bragging rights over the lot down the road, and they'll be shouting they're the North East top dogs after this if they can maintain this scoreline.
Yeah. They don't look very confident passing the ball out, Gateshead, I have to say. But somehow everything works for them. They're playing it out and they're getting it out, and it's happening. They're on the attack here into the penalty area, but good defending that from Matt Ritchie. But then we lose it again, and the shot is just wide. Very, very sloppy again on the edge of our box. I can't... Again, I know it's a friendly, but, they can't be happy with seeing mistakes like that on the edge of our box. They've got to cut that out.
It's Longstaff again, isn't it? He's having an absolute mare.
He's having a mare in defence. Absolute mare. He's good going forward today, but dear me. Let's waken up, Sean. If you're going to play that role, you cannot take it even... I mean, if that's Premier League and you're losing the ball like that, you get punished. I mean, we've been punished once already, but here we come now. Good work by Elliot Anderson. I want to see a bit more of him, Billy.
I agree. He's hardly been in the game at all, has he?
That's a good ball down the left. That's surely still onside by Maxi. Here is Maxi. Oh, Lewis firing the ball across, but just bouncing off Maxi. Mankio to Matt Ritchie now, who I don't think any of us expected to see in a black and white shirt this season, to be fair, but here he is. That's a foul on Longstaff. And Newcastle take the free kick very quickly and get on with it very quickly. Can Maxi keep this in? Yes, he can. Great work from Maxi at the byline. Floats the ball across. There's nobody there. Big chance for Longstaff. Oh, it's deflected out. I think it was actually Elliot Anderson who got the final shot in. Deflected away for a Newcastle corner. Knocking on the door again. But Maxi's runs today have been sublime. They really have. Yeah. He's just timing them to perfection.
The Gateshead back four defending for the lives there, jumping in front of anything, weren't they? To sort of block the shot, and fair play to them, they did. But
absolutely. Yeah. LC makes a good point, saying the lads only went in for the fitness treats yesterday. The player with barely any instruction here. It's just about getting the game in the legs and seeing who's looking keen. Absolutely. But, an experienced player like Longstaff shouldn't be losing the ball on the edge of the box. But like I say, he's looked very good going forward. As a cross comes in, looking for Sean at the back post, he pulls it back. And it's cleared away for a Newcastle throw-in. Most of the game now being played in the Gateshead half, Bill.
Yeah. As we expected it to happen, the initial kind of waves of Gateshead pressure, which was sporadic to say the least, but they've got the goal ahead. Now they're trying to defend it and see how long they can do for.
Yeah, if you've just joined us, thank you for joining the Watchalong. Gateshead leading, coming up to 23 and a half minutes gone. Gateshead 1, Newcastle 0. Bit of sloppy defending, costing us a goal, but we have created numerous opportunities. But remember, we don't have a striker on the pitch as well, to be fair. And I think the big guns have been planned for Rangers, Billy. That's certainly the impression I'm getting from the squad that he's picked today. Yeah,
certainly. There'll be more of them, that's for certain. Whether they all play or not, it's another kettle of fish. But yeah, I wonder if
when they've arranged this, because obviously it's a testimonial game. So I wonder if there is an agreement there that Eddie will play a strong side at Rangers, obviously because we know the size of the crowd, etc. Here come Newcastle down the right hand side. Mankio has won a corner. Do you know what I mean? I wonder if there's been an agreement in place where we will play a stronger side.
Yeah, I think there's almost certainty. Well, it was a bit stronger than this, but that way. Good move, this, actually, to get this corner.
It's been given as a goal kick, Billy, actually.
Oh, Christ. I was coming off the defender, surely.
Well, that's what I certainly thought. But let's be honest, Ibrox will be bouncing on Tuesday night. It's a full house, 8,000 Newcastle fans there as well. So they'll want to put on a show. I mean, we've played there in pre-season before and always put strong sides out. So I think we'll see a few of the big guns on Tuesday night, no doubt. But just remember, you can listen to that live here on the Toon Review. Me and Billy will be bringing you, or Alex as well, possibly bringing you commentary of that game from Ibrox. Here's Manquillo again. Plays it down the line, looking for the run of Matt Ritchie. Well cut out. 25 minutes gone at the Gateshead Stadium. And it's currently Gateshead 1, Newcastle United 0. Nearly 1,700 watching. Thank you very much, guys. Please do subscribe if you are new to the channel and like what you see. Oh, that's good work. Good work. Brilliant ball over. I think Maxi's about 5 yards offside there, and indeed he is. And he's going ballistic. He wanted that ball a lot earlier there with the run he made. That's unfortunate. He's fired up, is Maxi, though. It may be a pre-season friendly against Gateshead, but... I've just heard a rumble of thunder. Hug me, Billy. Hug me. I don't like thunder.
The Declan Rice deal is officially done now.
Yeah. That's a really good signing for Arsenal. I mean, he was always going to go there, wasn't he? I don't think there was any doubt in anybody's mind where his destination was going to be. I don't think he was ever going to Man City, to be honest. I think he'd had Arsenal in his heart from the end of the season onwards. But he's done things the right way, hasn't he, Declan Rice, Billy? He's never kicked up a fuss or anything. He's done things the right way, and I think that'll get a lot of respect from the Arsenal, from the West Ham fans as well.
Yeah, 100%. He's been the ultimate professional, hasn't he? He hasn't kicked up any stinks or anything. He's not, they've let him go. Fair play to West Ham as well. They could have kept him for another season, but didn't. He got him the trophy, and they've kind of adhered to what they said they were going to do. So,
yeah, absolutely.
All round there, to be honest.
Gateshead have a free kick here on the edge of the box. It was poor defending again from Dan Byrne. Got himself into all sorts of hickledy-pickledy, and then we lost. Lol's Fishing Adventures has better commentary here than we normally get on Radio Newcastle. Well done, lads. Thank you very much. Me and Billy are available if any of the radio firms are listening. We would be delighted to cover Newcastle. In comes the in-swinging free kick, and it's headed away. I believe that is Manquillo got his head to that one. It was a good free kick, actually, right to the back post. Top G says, happy birthday, Billy. Stato says, Sean having a shocker here. It's not fitness that he's struggling with. It's positioning, awareness, passing, tackling, ... I don't think he's enjoying his performance at the moment. Gaza G says, hello from a ship in Africa watching along. Wow.
What, some Somalians?
Well, possibly. A corner to Gateshead here. It's going to be right-footed. It's played to the edge of the box. They've gone for the big, the old Paul Scholes corner, and it hasn't quite worked like that, and they've been forced to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. I think they'll be quite disappointed with the way that set piece worked out. And now Matt Targett has the ball for Newcastle. Just brings it over the halfway line. Nice turn by Elliot Anderson. Lovely through ball, but again, Matt Ritchie hasn't got the legs to get onto that one. I think if that was St. Maximan, he might have been onto that, just slightly overhit by Elliott. But Newcastle definitely using the left-hand side, Billy, with the likes of Jamal Lewis, etc., a lot more. I think they've got a lot more strength on that left-hand side at the moment, with Maxi certainly playing that free role. But here come Gateshead again. I mean, that number 9 for Gateshead, Billy, the Diatta or whatever his name is, he's had the running of Dan Byrne in this first half.
Yeah, it's been a handful, hasn't he? Without a doubt. Good sense of forward play, that.
Gateshead will be looking for a much better season in the, obviously in the Vanarama National League this season. Just avoided relegation last season. It was always going to be tough for them, of course, coming up from the North division. And well, Manquillo looked like he was holding his left groin muscle there. Maybe just felt a little bit of a twang, but he looks all right. Nothing, he's not gesticulating to the bench or anything like that. Lennon FTBL on YouTube says, happy birthday, Billy. What a guy.
Thank you.
And again, we give it away on the edge of the box. What on earth? I mean, dear me. I mean, we've got the ball back now. Longstaff brings it away, plays a nice ball up to Jamal Lewis. Lewis has got Maximan ahead. Here is Maxi. Cuts inside onto his right foot. He's hauled down to the floor. Free kick given. Sean wants to take it quickly. The referee's not having it, and it's going to be pulled back. Imagine the Heat can get in the league. I mean, it would be lovely to see Gateshead get into the Football League. It really would. They've come close a couple of times, Billy, in the past, but obviously financial problems hit them, and they were relegated to the north, and they've got to work their way back up.
Yeah, I think if they maintain this kind of performance, I think they'll have a good season this year.
Yeah,
honestly,
they do look okay actually. And, good luck to them as well. I mean, Mike Williamson's done a hell of a job on a budget there. Oh, that's great play by, again, Manquillo buzzing in there. I think he's given offside, actually. Javi Manquillo does not look impressed with that decision. Jimmy Mayer says, it must be stormy there, guys. I keep losing you. Well, judging by everybody else, I think it's you, mate. It's not our end. We are broadcasting fine. So I would reboot everything. As Newcastle come through the middle now with Elliot Anderson. Again, Jamal Lewis is the option on the left-hand side. He's got Maxi inside of him, but he turns back and lays it up to Matt Target. Target inside to Maxi. Maxi says, right, I'm going to have a little bit of a run here, but he's lost the ball and then clips the Gateshead man and is infuriated with himself. He looks like he's bulked up a bit, Maxi, Billy. I don't know about you, but his upper half looks a little bit more bulky.
Yeah, I agree. He wanted the ball way earlier there, by the way. He got it.
He's not getting it quick enough. He's already making the run. He's sort of miles ahead of where sort of Jamal Lewis's thinking is. Well, that's a lovely ball over the top from Gateshead, but Diawara, I can't remember his name, Billy. We'll just call him DD up front for Gateshead. Almost got onto it. Here's Maxi on the centre spot. Plays it out wide to Elliot Anderson. Anderson in turn out to Jamal Lewis. He's got Target overlapping him. Here is my Target. Lovely 1-2 between Target and Lewis. Lewis, just takes a heavy touch. And it's out for a throw-in. A goal kick to Gateshead. Interesting that Lewis didn't go down there. I think there was a lot of players might have gone down and tried to score a penalty there, Billy.
He should have done. The defender did slide across him.
It was a very heavy touch. Malcolm says, coming through loud and clear, and he's in New Zealand. So, look, the weather will be causing issues wherever you are. We do know, I do know that there is a problem with YouTube servers today as well. There's a couple of live shows that I've watched this morning have had problems because of issues with servers. So nothing we can do about it, guys, unfortunately. So if you can just bear with us with that. But again, if you are new and like what you're seeing, guys, please do hit that subscribe button, which is free to do so. And also the bell to let you know when we go live or upload any future videos. As Gateshead have the ball in the centre of the park at the moment. When Gateshead do have the ball, Billy, one thing I've noticed is that they do pass it around. They're not like...
No, they're not hoofing, are they?
Hoofing it up the field. They like to play football. And here they come through the middle. Swung out the left-hand side now. This is an opportunity for Gateshead. Oh, my goodness me. I think it was Savage stuck a foot out at the last minute, descended for a corner. It was curling into the far corner there, but I'm not sure whether Darlow had it covered. Savage wasn't taking any chances, as he shouldn't as a defender, and just got rid of it.
It's a brilliant move from Gateshead. They've kept the ball really, really well there and progressed the ball at the pitch so nicely. And like you say, if that hadn't been deflected, it could have caused some problems there. But fantastic football from Gateshead. Really impressed. I
mean, Savage did what he had to do there as a defender. You don't take a chance of the goalkeeper covering it. If you've got a chance to get rid, then you get rid. And Savage did exactly that. But Gateshead have now a throw in deep on the right-hand side now.
First signs of frustration from Maxi earlier. He was the only one doing the press. He looked around, he ran around and no one near him. and he did kind of throw his hands up. Quite rightly so, to be fair to him.
I mean, the thing is, this is where you kind of see where the more quality players, their quality shines through, Billy, is when you watch them on the pitch with some of the other squad members who maybe aren't up to that standard. And, that Maxie's making runs very quickly. He's playing through balls very quickly. He's very alert as to what's going on. And some of the players just aren't up to speed.
No, not on his level, are they? Mentally nor physically.
Yep. Here's Matt Ritchie for Newcastle, deep inside his own half. Lays it back to Manquillo. Good ball up to Sean Longstaff. Longstaff in turn plays a wonderful ball. And Manquillo almost got on the end of that, Billy. Just slightly overhit there by Longstaff, but it was a good move and good heads-up play from Sean this time.
Just about to see it now. Yeah. Yeah, slightly over it. Good awareness from the goalkeeper.
Paul Yeeha. Yea is in Liverpool at the moment working, and we are coming through loud and clear, and it's been absolutely hoofing down there as well. Niall says its first game does not really matter, just minutes in the legs. It's not really a team, it's a mishmash of left backs and right backs. Yeah, but I know, but come on, we still want to see us win games, whether it's friendlies or not. I know it's Maxie's done brilliantly. What a save! Tipped over the crossbar, but possibly should have scored, but he did so well to break in there. And that could have been 1-1. Wonderful skills from Maxie, holding up the ball, bursting into the box, and the keeper just gets there with his left hand.
It's a fantastic save. Maxie's hit it on target, but maybe he should have been more clinical, but fantastic play to get into that position in the first place.
Short corner between Manquillo and Kieran Trippier. Here is Trippier. Sean Longstaff turns. Nice little ball in there. Newcastle trying to play the intricate little ball. So that's a brilliant ball by Trippier. Manquillo whips it across. There's nobody there to tap it home. And you get the feeling, had we had a striker on the pitch, that was just a simple tap in. Maxie's done remarkably well to keep the ball in. And here he is again. 3 Gateshead players around him, pulled it back. A little bit too short, though, for Elliot Anderson. Oh, my God. I'm doing that, Billy, because there's just been I've got noise-cancelling headphones on, matey, and the rumble of thunder that I've just heard outside has given me goose pimples. The hairs on my arms are standing up, and there's nobody to give a cuddle to.
Oh, dear me. I thought it was going to be something special going on. I thought someone was going to blast with him from 40 yards in.
Well, no, unfortunately, but thunder is in the air. Maxie again, brilliant stuff. And then it takes 5 of them to knock him off the ball. Dear God. But Gateshead breaking away again now through the middle of the park with Adam Campbell. Awful pass, brilliantly cut out by Target. Target then comes straight back down the other end. It's Matt Target. He plays it into Jamal Lewis. Lewis takes a touch, has to come back over. Lewis at the minute just running into nowhere. Looking for a green shirt. Finds Remy Savage. Savage back to Target. Target back to Savage. Savage then cuts inside. He's a big lad, that Savage. Like he's a unit. Newcastle have a throw in, which Matt Target will take. Alex says, it's a friendly, but the media will have a field day with their anti-Toon crap. Oh, you can guarantee it. Oh, lovely ball from Trippier. First time ball. Then down the line again. Good play this by Newcastle. Jesus Christ. I haven't heard thunder like this since I had a curry. Here come Gateshead. Good work by Kieran Trippier winning the ball back. Looks for someone to give it to. He sort of puts his arms out to say, where is everybody? That's better. And Manquillo's away down the right-hand side again. Maxie in support. Lays it back to Maxie. Maxie cuts in on his left foot. Longstaff takes the ball off him. Good skill by Longstaff, and he shoots it. It goes across the face of goal. And again, you have to question the finishing there. But, well, I think it's golf balls now hitting the window in the studio, Billy.
Oh, it's got to score there. It's ain't even gone for goal. It's gone for fucking throwing.
Well, I don't understand why he took the ball off Maxie there, to be honest, Billy, because Maxie was cutting across to hit that on his left.
Mm-hmm. I think he saw the goal. I think he saw the bright lights of the goal, and just awful shot.
Anderson gives the ball away. That's poor from Elliot Anderson again. Shouldn't have lost it. In fact, here comes Newcastle again down the right with this is Trippier. Floats a ball in. Oh, Maxi was just about to nod it into the net, and it's flicked away by the Gateshead defender and out for another corner to Newcastle, which they take very, very quickly, I have to say. And the ball with Longstaff now. Matt Ritchie. Ritchie out to Manquillo. Manquillo looks for the run of Ritchie, but decides to go back to Trippier. Trippier flicks it into Matt Ritchie again. Ritchie, and he's offside. Wow. Seacrest Boxer says, damn it, I paid a tenner and all I've got now is a black screen with a message saying we're currently unavailable. That may be the weather going around the UK at the moment, Seacrest. You will get on eventually. 5 minutes to half time. And the way the rain's coming down outside my window, I think there's going to be a bloody big tsunami any minute now in my garden. Jimmy Mayer says, big cuddle coming through, Paul. Thank you very much, Jimmy. Oh, my God. Hey, this thunder's phenomenal. Haven't heard thunder. Yes. Susan says, golf balls coming down. Yep. I can hear them loud and clear through noise-cancelling headphones. That's how bad it is. Anyway, Matt Target, it doesn't look like the rain's hit Gateshead yet, but it's on its way. Lovely ball over the top, but he's offside, Jamal Lewis. I think from that sort of area, Billy, you can't be running offside like that. You've got to look across the line, surely, when you're on around the halfway line area.
You're only just offside, though, to be fair to him.
Gateshead have a free kick now, just inside their own half. It's launched diagonally across. Good header that by Manquillo. Sorry, it was Trippier. Trippier keeps swapping with Manquillo. They're all over the shop at the minute. It's gone out for a Gateshead throw in. I think Gateshead will be very, very pleased to get in at 1-0 up if they can hold on to this. Sky Germany basically reporting that we are in talks with Monaco for Disasi, Billy.
Interesting. That'll be a very good signing for us if that does come off, because, as Alex has said on numerous occasions, we do need right centre-back cover. Otherwise, Lascelles will be playing a lot next season. But having said that, Jamal did look very, very ripped in the training video, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I've seen a few people have commented on that, saying he looks... I mean, it's incredible seeing the players as fit as they are this time of year, Billy, because... You know, we know what they've been like previous. Here's Manquillo. Again, Maxi causing all sorts of problems. Just lays it up to Maxi. Cuts back in on his left. A few of the step overs from Maxi. And then back to Kieran Trippier, who goes right across to Matt Target on the edge of the box. Target tries to hit it first time. He then hits it second time. And had the rugby post been there, I think he would have scored 4 points. But it's going to be a goal kick to Gateshead. Couple of minutes before half-time. I think half-time might come at the right time for the football players and the weather. Torrential thunder and rain in Chesley Street heading north. So it's heading for Gateshead Stadium, but I think the half-time break might come at the right time for the weather. As Maxi doing some pressing again and again, he's looking around thinking, well, where's the rest of the guys pressing here? He's not getting the support. I mean, I think Maxi's been brilliant today, Billy. I think he's, you know, and people will say, well, it's only Gateshead, but, you know, you can only play who's in front of you, and he's been our standout player for me.
Yeah, it's as much the attitude as anything else. I mean, we're always going to get to see the flair stuff, but it's his attitude. He's not stopped running, he's pressed, he's harried, he's done everything that you want from a forward, and been outstanding. But you can get an indication as well, Billy, of just sort of looking at the squad players and maybe thinking, yeah, you know, some of them might not be good enough for what we want this season. You know, that's what pre-season's about as well. Pre-season's about taking opportunities as well. Yes, I agree. But, I mean, you can also tell who's been doing the most work pre-season, and I think it's patently obvious that Maxi's streets ahead in that compared to some of the others. Yeah, he looks very alert. He's very frustrated, isn't he? Well, I mean, look, I think Maxi would get frustrated if he was playing with a field of sheep, to be quite honest. I mean, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, is it?
he wants to have a good attitude and go and show Eddie Howe that he's ready for the season. Oh, how's he got through? This could be 2-0. Oh, Darlow's not got it. It could be 2. It is 2. Gateshead lead by 2-0 again. I'm not sure what the hell was going on defensively there. It was Savage and I think Dan Byrne getting in a right pickle with each other. And it's gone right through the middle. Darlow comes out, looks like he won the ball. It came loose again. And to be fair, that is a wonderful finish into the bottom corner. And Gateshead lead 2-0.
Shocking defending.
It's awful defending.
Ball watching, the blokes ran through. Possible offside. The linesman isn't up with play. I've just noticed that, but brilliant finish. I'm not quite sure what Darlow's doing either, to be honest.
Sorry, I'm just getting a call off my son there, probably to tell me that it's thunder and lightning. I do apologise. I'll ring him in a second. Well, there is half-time, Billy Bob, and it is 2-0 to Gateshead. Dear. I'm not sure what... I'm just going to take this call, Billy. I'll be back in a moment, buddy.
Okay. Let's do some comments. It's... It's 2-0 to Gateshead, but that doesn't really, the game hasn't been like that. People are kind of, it's just a pre-season friendly. We've got a few Heed Army fans here. Jay Devlin shouting for the Heed. Stato's come to join us as well, even though he's in Poland. But we'll get him on.
Hey, all right, how are we doing?
All right, mate. How you doing?
Well, not great after that shocking first half. What was that?
Definitely a bit of rust involved, wasn't there? I don't know what he's doing here. It was just a lot of rust, but there were some positive signs. The scoreline doesn't reflect the game, really, does it?
No, it's just defensive errors. It just reminds me of the early days of Eddie Howe. It's just, it reminds me of the cup games as well, when we've lost to teams that we shouldn't have. It's just errors, players who aren't used to playing. It's not the fitness hasn't been the problem. It's been the positioning, the awareness, the passing, defensive lines. It's just all been shocking. I think the only people who can really be proud of the performance so far, I think Matt Ritchie's done really well. Again, I've said many times, I wish he was a bit younger, because I think he'd be really useful to us. And then obviously Maxi, I think, has been brilliant, and everybody else has been really poor. Not even Trippier has been great. He's lost the ball a couple of times and had to bail himself out. Probably two players, Ritchie and Maxi. Everybody else has been poor.
Do you think the hodgepodge of the players on the pitch, there's no real formation there, is there? Do you think that's not doing us any favours?
No, well, it won't do. But the problem is Eddie Howe's got a big squad of players, and he's got to keep them happy somewhat and give them a bit of minutes and make them feel involved, especially if some of them are staying. It's just what it is. I definitely expect a lot of substitutions at half time. I expect Miley to come on and have a bit of a mix up. I think Sean Longstaff has been absolutely atrocious this half. There's no shock to some people. I've been slagging him off in the chat. Fair enough, it's Gateshead. I'm sure he's a great midfielder. He'll be fine in the season, but some of his decision making and awareness was just abysmal in that half.
Yeah, defensively not great, but we've also passed up a few chances, haven't we, as well? It's not just been the defensive side. We should have scored at least 2 ourselves, but haven't done, Alex.
Yeah, it's no secret that I like St. Maximin's game. I thought he was brilliant. Should have had 2 assists minimum. Great save from the goalkeeper. He also set up Longstaff one-on-one, put through Lewis as well. We definitely should have scored at least 1. Lewis bursting into the box, Manquillo bursting into the box. It's just nothing's really come of it, unfortunately. But I heard you guys talking about Maxi's physical presence. I'm well impressed with the actual pressing and physicality of him. You never know. Maybe he's taken the advice, and he knows he has to improve his game and change his style if he's to be part of this team. And he looks a bit different to the back end of last season. And I can see he's getting really frustrated in that final 10 minutes of the second half. He was leading the press, and then looking around. Nobody was pressing with him, and he was getting frustrated, and rightly so, to be fair. We'll just have to see what happens second half.
Yeah, do you think there'll be mass changes at half time? I think there probably will be, won't there? He's going to get as many players on as possible.
Yeah, I mean, that's to remind myself of what the bench is. So we've got Carrier, Gillespie, Ashby, White, Turner, Cook, Hackett, Alex Murphy, Nduweni, Parkinson, Wiggett, and Miley. Alex Murphy, it'd be nice to see him get some games. He came in very highly rated as a centre half. I'm pretty sure he is. I think he's the captain of the youth team as well. It'd be nice to see Lewis Miley on. Maybe Ashby at right back, get Manquillo off, or whoever's playing there, really. Yeah, 3 or 4 minimum.
Maybe get a striker on as well. I mean, we've only got one striker in the squad, that Nduweni is on the bench. Maybe we'll see him come on second half. I'm sure we will.
Yeah, potentially. I don't know. Last preseason, he would make half-time substitutions. You'd change like the whole starting 11, whereas it might not be so dramatic this time. All right, Paul.
Hello.
How
did you think that went, Alex?
Not great. Positive signs were Matt Ritchie still got it at a decent level. I think I just said to Billy, it's a real shame he's as old as he is. If we could wind back the clock, I think he'd be useful, because you can see he's still got a lot of intelligence and technical ability. He's just obviously not quite got the legs maybe to play for us in the Premier League. Maxi was great. Everyone else was shocking.
Dark by Design says an embarrassing bench to charge $9.99. Newcastle didn't charge $9.99. It's nothing to do with Newcastle United, unfortunately. It's on National League TV, which is nothing to do with the Toon. So, you've got it's the first preseason game of the season, guys. Let's be honest. But yeah, I'd expect better from Dan Burn. Has looked all over the place. Sean hasn't defended very well at all. I guess you're pleased with Maxi, though, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, there were things that I expected. I expected those through balls and that attacking threat, because he always offers that anyway. But what I didn't expect was the pressing, a little bit more physicality. There were bits. He looks like he's trying to add bits to his game, so he is useful to us. And that rings true with some of his social media posts. I think people are reading it wrong. I think he looks like he's showing. I think he's aware of he needs to improve and change things a little bit if he's going to be part of the house system. It kind of looks like he's trying to do that.
Yeah,
that's what I've read from it anyway.
Is Ashby on the bench? I can't remember if I saw.
Yeah, he is.
I'd like to see him in the second half, definitely. I mean, look, I think he's going to make changes. I can't see. Interesting that some people are saying that Eddie Howe's not there. I haven't seen him, to be honest. I don't know.
And if the camera's not panned to any benches, I think there's only one camera shot.
Yeah, I think there's 2 in the ground, Alex, but they're not.
2.
They're not. There's one sort of close up to the play and one further back, but none that can pan round to show the bench. So there's none on the other side. But if he's not there, then where is he? Is he ill? Is he off talking to a player? I mean, the Sky Germany have just reported that we are in discussions with Disasi, Alex. So that's an option. So yeah, but look, I mean, me and Billy were talking earlier, Alex. Tuesday night's a bigger game, if you like, for Newcastle United, which I think, going up to Rangers, we were just discussing whether there's an agreement in place for Newcastle to play, obviously, a very good, strong side, because it's McGregor's testimonial, etc. So that, there may well be a very, very different looking Newcastle United side come Tuesday night.
Yeah, well, I expect to see all of our internationals playing. I expect Fabian Schär, Tonali, Bruno, Joe Linton, Isak. I expect all of them to come into the side. And it's going to
even if they don't play 90 minutes, they'll still play a part in the game. I would have thought.
Yeah, of course. It's a bigger opposition. Let's be fair. Most of the players on the pitch at the moment haven't played a lot of football at all. Barely any senior minutes. And on top of that, it's a sort of mishmash of fullbacks, and I mean, who's playing in the natural position at the moment in this? I mean, arguably Byrne, who hasn't actually played in that position for quite a while. So Darlow, Byrne, Savage, Longstaff, kind of Target, and then Maxi, not really. You've got Manquillo kind of operating on the right back / right wing, Ritchie right wing.
Yeah. A lot of people
Lewis,
actually
left
saying in the
wing.
chat that Eddie is there.
Okay.
Now, the thunderstorm is apparently now over the ground. I think it will pass on. I can still hear it out the back here, but it's brightened up a little bit. But they might keep the players in until the main thunderstorm passes over. But we will see. Apparently, all the big name players are there as well, watching in the stands. So they're all there. But I just wonder what Tonali's thinking of what he's seen from from some of the players. But I think he'll understand that there's a lot of fringe players playing today.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah. Davey T says the storm has caused widespread devastation in Sunderland. Estimated repair cost is currently standing at £14.80.
Improvement.
Geordie Craig says, I look at 90% of the players on the field in the first half in the shop window not looking good for sales.
That's a fair point. If we were looking at shifting somebody, if they put in a reasonable performance here, we could, add it to their portfolio to sell them. But nothing going in a highlight reel from this game.
Nothing more. I mean, look, we have had a few chances. I mean, I'm pretty annoyed with Longstaff. He took the ball off Maxi just as he was about to cut and shoot on his left, and then Sean went and fluffed it up, shooting across the goal. He's had a couple of opportunities, Sean, in that area, but hasn't put them on target.
I mean, you can see exactly why we've signed Tonali. And this is the kind of stuff. I mean, he's been awful today. He's normally a lot better than this. But some of the attacking mistakes he's made, sort of late runs, he's always that spare man, always in an attacking phase. He's always the spare man. He messes it up. Whereas I think Tonali being that spare man, will, he's not a clinical goal scorer. I wouldn't expect buckets of goals from Tonali, but I think he's going to offer more than Longstaff if he becomes that spare man in those positions. He'll drag it back the right way or dink it the right way or shoot on target.
Yeah.
Whereas Longstaff, it's just never been part of his game.
Phoenix Fire says, I was shocked by the 5 million price tag linked with Darlow. No way we get anywhere near that. Well, I think we do. I don't think Darlow's been the fault with the goals. Well,
the second one I thought was pretty poor.
Yeah, maybe he should have done a little bit better. Yeah, he should have held on to that ball. But, I mean, Dan Burn, Alex, he hasn't exactly looked good. I mean, you'd expect him to be a sort of, alongside Savage. You'd expect him to be that sort of guiding sort of player. But he's looked panicky every time he's had the ball. Yeah,
but Gateshead, to be fair, as the other commentators have said, Gateshead are further along in their preseason preparations. They're all going to be a lot fitter. I think there's only a couple of our lads look like they're ready right now. Like Maxi looks fit enough right now, whereas a lot of them, it's first game of preseason, and we play a different shape. When he's getting pressured, you've got Target being pushed back. Target doesn't look super comfortable on the ball either. He looks leggy, so his fullback's got that. And then when he wants to pass it into midfield, they are blocking the passing lanes, and the midfield isn't what it normally is. It looks like we've got kind of a double pivot most of the time of Trippier and Sean Longstaff. So the passing angles are not the same at all. You've not got a six there. Savage, he's never played with before at this level. And to be fair, some of the back passes to Darlow, I kind of feel sorry for Darlow. Savage needs to stop just turning around and playing against Darlow. You can play it back to your keeper, but some of the times it's been at times when you don't play it back to the keeper, like it's the wrong angles, the wrong time, and then Darlow's got to panic and shift it. Have I got anybody to pass to? Have I got to boot it? There's no coordination with it. Whereas Gateshead look very coordinated. When they go back to their keeper, there's no worry that we're going to nick it off them. Whereas when we pass it back to Darlow, I'm a little bit concerned that we've not got the passing angles ready and it's a bit rushed. And that's why they've capitalized from it like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I mean, there is some people in the chat saying, it doesn't matter how far they're ahead of us, whether we're fringe. Our fringe squad should really be beating a team that is 4 divisions below us. You're always going to get this kind of argument in pre-season. I think, to be honest, if I'm openly honest, I think we should be beating Gateshead. We started very well this game. We went and had a few opportunities early doors. It's been 2 mistakes that have cost us 2 goals. Simple as that. It's not like, I mean, Gateshead have put together some excellent moves. I mean, Billy, that one that we saw that, when he cut in and Savage cleared for the corner, that was a brilliant move from Gateshead, and it could have been so much worse for Newcastle. But I think the fact that we need a striker on, I think we've got to have a striker on who, whether it's a young kid or not, a striker knows where to be in the penalty area. And there's a couple of times where, we've put that ball into the box and there hasn't been a striker there to knock it in.
Yeah, I agree. I think we need a bit more clinical play up front that's going to go to the positions where centre forwards do go. And that doesn't mean taking Max off. I'd like to see Max on the left-hand side, or even giving a floating role, go wherever he wants to go. But we definitely need a centre forward with the positional sense to be where the ball's going to be. And I know in doing he's only young, but he should still have that instinct to be where the ball's going to be. So I'd certainly want to see him down the second half.
Now, all those Sunderland fans that are currently laughing at Newcastle United, just remember that you were 2-0 down to Gateshead at half-time last week. You came back to win 3-2, so anything is possible. But what I would like to see is you had a stronger side out than what Newcastle do. But, we'll just gloss over that. Brian says, let me guess, people, Eddie Howe out. God, I hope not. If one person says that, I'll be furious. Our squad depth is worrying for the season ahead so far, says John. Kevin says the reason for this lineup is Eddie wanted to see who to ship out. It's gone very dark at the stadium. Need to turn the floodlights on. Yeah, I'm seeing that. It has gone extremely dark. And a lot of Newcastle fans have disappeared from where that open roof is. Andera says, hi, Paul, Billy and Alex. How are you? Newcastle United should sign Axel Disasi, Harvey Barnes, Diaby, Federico Carreras, and Jonathan David. Well, if we get those players in, that is one hell of a transfer window. Absolutely. Tony, hope you're well at All Black and White TV. Go and give Tony a follow, guys. His channel's doing really well. Good to see you in the chat, mate. Vincent says our squad depth is quality is really poor. This would have been a good game to see Gordon up front to see how he gets on, says Dave. Yeah, but Gordon's just literally finished the tournament. I mean, to throw, I know he's back in training again and he's a young kid, but throwing him straight back in, I'm not sure is the right thing to do. Look, I think we'll see a lot different side on Sunday, on Tuesday at Rangers. A very strong side, and I'm actually looking forward to doing the commentary on that one. I think it's going to be a cracker. Even though it's a testimonial, the atmosphere will be, very, very good. Geordie 2 for Life says, Alex, did you see the Italian reports that Newcastle have made a 90 million bid for KK from Napoli?
Yeah, I did. I've already retweeted it with an eye roll gif. Like some reports are 95 million euros, some reports are 80 million euros. No, very unlikely.
Yeah. Claire says, my mate's then sending me videos of the weather. Well, we'll just have to look out our window and see the weather. It's absolutely yanking it down. But hey, they're paid good money to play in wet conditions. It's not like they have to go in and have a cold shower or anything like that. They're very well looked after. We were talking about this before. Craig says he can't understand why Kuol isn't there, Alex. I mean, this would have surely been a game that we might have seen Garan Kuol.
That's a fair point. I'd forgotten about that. That's a very good point. Yeah, it'd be perfect, and it would mean we wouldn't have to be playing Jamal Lewis as a winger. A flying wing back maybe, but I'd prefer to see, as Billy said, I'd prefer to see Nduweni up front and then move Maxi out wide, and we can have some real sort of legitimate forwards playing. But Kuol would have been great for this. Yeah.
Geordie 2 for Life says you would think it's 11 p.m. in Cramlington. Better get his washing in. Well, I think it's too late to get the washing in now, buddy. May as well just keep it out there, have a good wash and dry off again. I expect to see Carrius coming on, Billy, second half.
Yeah, every chance. I mean, we know he's going to be staying next season. Darlow probably isn't going to be. Surprised actually that Darlow actually is playing. He's not actually put himself in a shop window with what he's done first half, to be fair.
Well, no. Guys, we've got over 1,800 people watching, which is incredible for a pre-season friendly. Thank you so much, guys. As usual, if you are enjoying the show, give it the thumbs up, please. Likes are very, very important to keep us up there in the search results and the algorithm of YouTube. And of course, if you're new and like what you see, please do what so many have already done today. Hit that subscribe button, free to do so. And also the notification bell, which will let you know when we go live or we upload any future videos. And of course, you can donate to the channel if you do so wish by hitting that $sign at the bottom of the live comments. That will take you through to a payment method and get your comment read straight out. So thank you in advance for that, guys. Are you surprised that Hayden and Hendrick aren't involved, Alex?
A little bit, yeah. I thought maybe Hayden would have been part of this. There's just so many fringe players. Like you've got Kowal, Hayden, Hendrick, Fraser, Lascelles. Like, where are these people? What are we doing with them? Our squad's just too big. And as we've alluded to on some of our Patreon podcasts, some of these lads have got long contracts still. They've still got 3 years, 4 years remaining on some of these. Like, what are we going to do with them?
Yeah.
If they're not useful now, they're not going to be useful in 3 years, are they?
Carriage is on.
Well, we're just about to kick off for the second half, guys. Alex, we'll see you at full time, yeah?
Hopefully, if my...
All right, man. Take care.
See ya.
So there you go. That was Stato. We are just about to start the second half. Gateshead kicking left to right. I'm seeing if there's any substitutions being made.
Carriage is definitely on.
Is he? I haven't. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. Second half is underway. What will this bring us? Is the question. Well, you're certainly not going to miss the Gateshead keeper in the dark conditions. He's a tall bloke as well, that Gateshead keeper. Number 54. Who is that? He's playing defender.
Maybe not.
Carriers is definitely on. Maxi looks like he's gone out to the left-hand side. He's a through ball now.
That's Murphy. That's Murphy, the 54.
54's Murphy, yep. Matt Ritchie brought down there. He is Maxi on the ball now. Rolls it into Sean Longstaff. Longstaff then pings it out to the right-hand side. Manquillo was going to play it down the right wing. I don't think there's that many substitutes being made, Billy. I think only 2 for Newcastle.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Murphy, well, Ritchie's gone much more through the middle now, and Maxi's gone out to the left-hand side. So is that Lewis on the right now? Or has he
Target's
changed
out there.
More?
Target's gone out right just now. So I don't know if Trippier's there. Is Trippier there? I don't think Trippier's there, is he?
No, Trippier's off. That would indicate to me that Trippier's going to be playing on Tuesday night. Or is that Trippier there? No, Trippier's still on, Billy. He's gone back to right back now, Trippier, by the looks of things. Anderson, lovely ball forward for Manquillo, but he's offside. Oh, wow. Really should have looked along the line a little bit better than that. If you've just joined us, guys, thank you and welcome to the Toon Review. It's just kicked off the second half. Gateshead 2, Newcastle United 0. Not a great first half for Newcastle. But I tell you what,
Lewis has dropped in the left back, and Target's gone into a middle of the park position.
Yeah, and Trippier's gone to right back. So interesting. Eddie Howe is there. He's standing right next to Jason Tyndall. You see his head popping up above the dugout. As Murphy goes back to Loris Karius, who decides to come out. I'm pleased he's stopped another season, Billy. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if he is going to be number 2. Oh, that's a good ball down the line for Maxi. Has he got the pace? No, is the question. Excellent defending. Matched Maxi stride for stride there. That'll give that Gateshead defender a lot of confidence. Lewis now to Target. Target inside to Maxi. Maxi into the penalty area. Back to Jamal Lewis. Oh, hit it with your right, man. Big opportunity there, but still Newcastle on the attack. Longstaff across to Kieran Trippier. Trippier fires it in, but it's not taken by Longstaff and is back with the goalkeeper.
Yeah, right foot, no right foot at all there for Lewis.
I mean, even if you haven't got a right foot, those situations, take a chance, man. Hit it.
I'm not sure if Dan Burn's on. I've not seen him second half.
No, I haven't. I think it's Dan Burn that's gone off for Murphy, Billy. I think you're right. I think it's Dan Burn that's departed. Interesting. Anyway, Gateshead have a free kick just outside the penalty area for an offside. Launched up the field again. No, Dan Burn's on. There he is. He's alongside Murphy. I think it's Savage that's gone off, Billy.
Savage has gone off, yeah.
Yeah, Savage is the one that's gone off. It's very difficult when you don't have the graphics telling you who's gone off and you have to try and work it out yourself, but we'll get there. Here's Maxi on the left-hand side now, cutting inside on his right foot. Shirt's getting pulled. He's got about 4 players around him and gives the ball away. And it's played over the top again. Carrius is well out his box to control that and just lay it up to Murphy. Murphy now for Newcastle. Plays it up the line. Longstaff tried to dummy it for Maxi, but it didn't quite work, that. Maxi's going to get there now, though. Plays it inside. Big chance. Big chance. Oh, it's in. Finally. And I believe it's Elliot Anderson who's put it in the back of the net. My God. It just seemed like it went into slow motion there. But a very, very good finish in the end. Brilliant pass by Maxi to pick him out. And the Toon are back in the game at 2-1.
Yeah, and Anderson looks like he's got a little bit of a kick to him. He got a kick there.
Yeah, he did there when the Gateshead player.
Brilliant finish, brilliant play from Maxi. Finally,
good heads up.
We broke the duck.
Yeah, he just got caught there, didn't he, when the Gateshead player sort of dived in at his feet, but he looks okay. As Gateshead comes straight back down the other end now. Jamal Lewis is the defender, and he's done well. He's done very well there. Stop the corner, stop any danger. Much better defending from Jamal Lewis, that. So Maxi gets his assist, which he's deserved.
There's definitely been some positional changes, though, Paul. Lewis has gone back to left back. Target's gone into the middle of the park. Maxi's come wide left. And Anderson's going for the middle, it looks like now. Yep.
Maxi again plays the ball through. Anderson. Oh, that's almost getting on the end of it. What a ball that was again from Maxi. But good goalkeeping from the Gateshead keeper, reading the play very, very well there and getting out very, very quick to deny another goal for Elliot Anderson, who looks like he's gone through the centre, Billy.
Yeah.
Well, Gateshead now on the attack on the right-hand side, but they're being forced back. I think the positional changes have definitely made a difference, Billy. They look a bit more... Well, they look as if they know where they need to be now. There's no sort of... They're not all over the place. It's a lot more structured.
Definitely playing a double pivot with Longstaff now.
Long ball played down the left-hand side, which Murphy comes across and deals with very well. Puts it out to play. Liking the link up and connection between Anderson and Maxi. Yep, there's been a couple of first 6 or 7 minutes of this second half. Sorry, there's been some very, very good link ups between the two of them.
Well, the first half it was all about linking Maxi with Jamal Lewis, who for all the team China isn't a forward player. This time we've got a forward player in the middle.
Oh, Dan Bird's messing around with it again. Oh, Jesus. It's not the best ball out from him either. Well, that's a free kick. I think, dear me. Sean Longstaff's not too happy there about the Gateshead player holding on to the ball too long. A little bit of a push and a shove. But Elliot Anderson's certainly getting more involved in this second half, Billy. I wonder if Eddie's had a word and says, look, come on, kid. You know, you have an opportunity here to stand out. Show us what you've got. And he's certainly done it early doors second half, hasn't he?
Yeah, he was smothered first half, wasn't he? But too many bloody defenders in positions where he wanted to be in, and now he's got a bit more license to get forward more, and he's looking better for it.
Absolutely. Certainly creating a few more opportunities here in Newcastle. But again, a ball over the top causing a little bit of problems for the Newcastle defenders. But Byrne does very well there. Gets it to Kieran Trippier now. Trippier fires it into Richie. Richie then plays it down. Good bit of play this by Newcastle. Anderson, lovely ball out to Jamal Lewis on the left-hand side. He will now bring it over the halfway line, charging forward. He's got Matt Ritchie on the outside of him. Doesn't use him. Uses Elliot Anderson. Gives it now to Matt Ritchie. Ritchie into Lewis. Lovely little 1-2 there, but well spotted by the Gateshead defender. But Elliot Anderson gets in there before Gateshead can clear it. Oh, lovely turn by Anderson. Elliot Anderson in the box. A little 1-2. Tried a side foot shot. Didn't quite come off. Lovely little link-up play again involving Elliot Anderson. And here we have the ball again. Maxi! Just wide. Just tried a little curler from the edge of the box on his right foot. And it just sailed the wrong side of the post. But again, much, much better from Newcastle, that.
Yeah, it's a great effort. Christ, that's close.
Didn't put any pace on it. Just guided it, Billy. Very, very close. And just the wrong side of the post. Much better from Maxi. Much better from Newcastle, to be honest.
Yeah. One-way traffic at the moment, isn't it? It's the goal definitely put a bit of a spring in our step. We look better with the positional changes, and we should be getting back into the game pretty sharp, so I imagine.
Yep, here's Maxi again. He's got a run on them. It's 2 against 1, but Maxi goes into the penalty area, tries to get... Oh, that's wonderful talent. Oh, just couldn't pull it back. It was a tap in for Lewis. But good defending just to intercept him. But Maxi's causing all sorts of problems here for Gateshead. As Newcastle win a free kick, Gateshead not very happy with that referee's decision, but Mankiw went down in a heap. And a free kick round about 35 yards out for Newcastle. They take it quickly. And again, they find Maxi on the right-hand side, left-hand side, tries to do a little bit too much there and loses the ball. Guys, over 1,900 watching. Incredible. Thank you so much. Please hit that like button and please do hit the subscribe button. If you are new to the channel, come and be part of this incredible community on the Toon Review. Thank you so much for all your support. Longstaff has the ball. Free kick for Newcastle. Plays it into Anderson. Takes a little bit of a heavy touch, but hangs onto the ball. Plays it out now to Trippier. Trippier goes down the right again, this time to Mankiw. Inside. Nice bit of play. Oh, target. That's a poor ball. He should have done better there. Lots of time on the ball and give it away. But Newcastle really pressing now. As soon as they lose the ball, they're all over Gateshead. And now Jamal Lewis again for Newcastle. Rolls it into Maxi, who just can't get enough of the ball. That's down the line now to Jamal Lewis. Lewis, ball into the penalty area. Ritchie takes it down. Oh, just couldn't get a shot away. And for me, an equaliser is just around the corner here, Billy. This is just constant pressure. And you wonder how long Gateshead can hold out.
Yeah, it's like the Alamo at the minute in that Gateshead goal. They're defending quite well. They've got plenty of men behind the ball, but it's a matter of time for me.
Certainly is. Maybe if we get a striker on as well, that'll make a big difference. But Elliot Anderson's made a difference, definitely going up top. And it's definitely... There's no sort of too many cooks on the left-hand side now. We actually look like we've got a disciplined formation there, Billy.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Target, Lewis, Anderson, and Maxi all trying to have that same space, and it's changed the formation a little bit, positionally-wise. We look much better for it.
Gateshead now just playing it around at the back, trying to have a bit of the football, which they really haven't had in this second half. They just want a bit of possession here, try and slow the game down. But the way Newcastle play, we just won't let them. Nice bit of play by the Gateshead keeper there, though, holding on to the ball and just making sure he got the right pass as Longstaff is bundled to the floor yet again. But I would think it's only a matter of time now, surely, before we get this. That was impressive. Saw the keeper off his line and forced him into a save there. I think that was Longstaff that thumped that from about 60 yards. But we do have over 2,000 watching now. Thank you so much, guys. Incredible. Please do subscribe if you're new. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you are enjoying the commentary. Just to let you know, we will be back with another commentary on Tuesday night. Of course, Rangers up at Ibrox. We expect a much stronger Newcastle United side for that game as well. So do join us for that one. Keep an eye on the start time in the notifications, but we will have a couple of live shows before then. And Maxi is going to level the scores. Brilliant goal. And it is 2-2 at the International Stadium. Elliot Anderson getting the assist. And Gateshead giving it away. Good work by Sean Longstaff. Quickly gets it in to Elliot Anderson, who pulls it back to Maxi. And he ain't going to miss from there. And it's 2-2.
Yeah, good awareness from Elliot Anderson, and well played from Sean Longstaff. Snapping in the press finally did pay off for us. Nice little pass through there for Elliot Anderson. His awareness was fantastic there. And
Sean did well there, Billy, to be honest, because
really well.
He won the ball and got rid of it in the same kind of motion. And we're coming back again here. Maxi on the edge of the box. Maxi cuts in on his right, diddling, and his shot is deflected, blocked by the Gateshead player. Ronnie Burns, thank you so much for your £5 super sticker. Much appreciated, my friend. As Gateshead now try and get a bit of possession, try and get a foothold in this second half, which really they haven't had. We have dominated this second half. Oh, that's onside. That's a lovely ball. Anderson is through. Oh, just the skid of the ball. It hit the surface and sort of slid away from Elliot. But I think a fully fit Elliot Anderson would have got onto that no problem at all. I think that was just a little bit of fatigue creeping in. But Gateshead are panicking on this ball now. Very, very good second half performance from Newcastle.
Been impressed with young Murphy at the back.
Yeah, he's done well. Gateshead have a chance, and it's just wide. And they're going to get a corner. Good defending to block the shot, but they were allowed to get in there. And it could have suddenly been 3-2 to Gateshead.
Well played to Lewis. Good awareness from him.
Yep. We haven't said that too much either. So, you know, that's also a big bonus. Anyway, here comes the corner. Right-footed. It's going to be a short corner. Now do they play the ball in? No, they don't. You know, credit to Gateshead, Billy. They're not being sort of, you know, any... You'd think of a lower league side there. They get a corner, they'd swing it in, but they've played it well. Good goalkeeping by Karius. And he straight away gets it to Maxi on the left. Maxi's up by himself. He's got help coming in now from Anderson. Maxi may fancy this on his own. Cuts back. He's still got it. Oh, wonderful turn by Maxi. Anderson! Oh, he's missed. Oh, my goodness me. What a bit of skill from St. Maximan. And it's put wide. I think it wasn't. Well, we've got a corner. I mean,
he's got to score that. Maxi's that's Isaac class.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant from Maxi it was, but we've lost the ball now. Gateshead coming forward. They have a runner on the left hand side, but he doesn't give him it. Plays it back. Gateshead wanting a bit of possession here. But what a turn that was by Maxi. Just incredible. Phenomenal. And that's what we love to see from Maxi, isn't it, Billy? That's what we're crying out for, to see on a more consistent basis. You know, stay fit and give us performances like watching him today. You know, brilliant skills.
I don't think it matters. People will say we're playing Gateshead, but Maxi's done this against Kyle Walker, who's probably the best one back in the world.
Of course he has. I mean, look, I don't care if it's against Gateshead. This is what I want to see from Maxi, running at the defenders, using his skills. And then, you know, he used his skill there. He didn't try and shoot or score. He rolled it back to Anderson, who should have done better, to be honest. I know it was deflected, but he should have scored, let's be honest. And that all came from a wonderful bit of play by Maxi again. Magpie says, no, it isn't Isaac class because it's against lower opposition. But there you go. You're going to get somebody firing back at you, aren't they? It was wonderful skill. End of story. I mean, see, why try and make it something different, guys? It is a wonderful piece of skill. Doesn't matter who you're playing against. It was really good skill and really good to watch. Trippier has it now on the right-hand side for Newcastle and rolls it all the way back to Dan Burn, who in turn goes to Karius. He then rolls it out to Jamal Lewis. Karius has looked a lot more energetic than what Darlow looks, Billy. I don't know about you. He just looks he just looks more calm. But here come Gateshead. Big chance. Good block by Dan Byrne. Oh, that could have gone in. And then Arias makes a save straight at him, really. But that could have been again, we just switched off for a brief second then. Gateshead could have been in front again.
Yeah, Jamal Lewis with an awful bit of play.
As Manquillo tries to go down the right wing with a little bit of a dribble. Unfortunately, it doesn't work for him. Oh, good work by Lewis, nipping in and winning the ball. Maxi has it again. They just don't know where he's going. Anderson! Oh, why did he take so long to hit that? I mean, when he first received it, he should have just buried that straight away. But again, Maxi just feeding it to him on an absolute plate.
Oh, yeah, terrible from Anderson.
Why did he not just hit that first time, Billy? As soon as he got the ball.
It's given the defender an opportunity to make a block, and fair play to him, he did it. He should never have the chance to do it. Yep.
Defender did stay with him, in all fairness, like you say, Billy, and did what he had to do, but he shouldn't have been given a chance. Elizabeth Hornsby says ASM is fighting for his place in the first team, and he deserves it. Well, look, I think Maxi's definitely in Eddie's plans. I don't think there's any doubt about that. I don't think Maxi's going anywhere, despite some rumours trying to, make it out as if he's unhappy or he wants to go elsewhere. But look, if Maxi can stay fit, it gives us one hell of an option. It really does. A huge option. Newcastle are making some changes here. I'm just waiting for the camera to try and look at who's coming on. Maxi's coming off. And basically he's making 4 or 5 substitutions here. All the kids are coming on now.
I mean, Matt Target's been blowing out of his arse for the last 20 minutes, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah. Richie's come off. Longstaff's going off as well. It's basically all the kids on now. Yeah, he has. But it's mainly all the kids now. So Kieran Trippier's gone off. He's given the armband to Dan Byrne. Trippier's gone off on the far side. So there you go. All the kids are on now. So it's going to be very interesting this last 25 minutes, Billy, to have a look at them and see who stands out. Of course, Lewis Miley's on, who had that wonderful cameo at Chelsea at the end of last season.
And Howard Ashby looks like has the ball over in the right back position.
He does. Good to see him on. Let's see what he can do as well. He's taking his time over the throw in, like. Finally gets it away. Now, I do apologise if I don't say many names out loud. I can't see the numbers very well, to be fair. And some of the kids I'm not familiar with. So we'll just see how they play, I guess. Interesting, he's kept Elliot Anderson on, Billy. Looks like Elliot's gone out to the left-hand side.
Yeah, Ender and he's gone up top.
Yep.
Which immediately went offside, but yeah.
Jamal Lewis is still on at left-back as well. So we've still got a few experienced heads on the pitch. Here is Anderson.
His kicking hasn't improved any, I'll see.
No, it was pretty dreadful, that. But here come Newcastle down the right-hand side. Ashby floats it across right to the back post. Anderson was waiting, but just flicked away from him. Here is Anderson now on the left-hand side for Newcastle United. Rolls it into Jamal Lewis. Good bit of play that. Punts it across. There's nobody there to finish it. It seemed to avoid anybody who was in the box there. Manquillo was there. Oh, dear. Unlucky. But it looks like Dan Byrne won't play from the start against Rangers, Billy, if he's playing a full 90 here.
No, I think we're going to see Botman and Shea. I think we've tried and tested.
Yep. Or maybe dare say Desazi if we can get that done over the line over the weekend.
You never know.
Only time will tell on that one. Thank you again. 2,100 watching. Please do hit that thumbs up, guys, if you're enjoying the commentary. And of course, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It is free to do so. Come and join our community on the Toon Review. Thank you so much for all your support, guys. It means so much. Thank you. Nice bit of play by Newcastle to get themselves out of trouble there. Here's Harrison Ashby down the right-hand side. He looks quite a solid player, Ashby, doesn't he? He's got a lot of bulk to him.
He's stocky. That's I was about to
Yeah.
say myself. Yeah. The number 40, whoever he may be, it looks very, very good so far. He's only been on 2 minutes, but two nice touches.
Great play that by Manquillo, and now Jamal Lewis pushing up, helping out. Elliot Anderson on the left-hand side, just slightly deflected, took the pace off the pass. Anderson into the penalty area. Lewis Miley, that's a lovely ball out to the right-hand side. Just too much on it for Ashby. Or Manquillo, sorry, and that bounces off Manquillo's head and out for a throw into Gateshead. Just over 20 minutes to go in the game, and it is Gateshead 2, Newcastle United 2. Gateshead leading 2-0 at half-time, but then Newcastle much more improved when they sorted out who was playing where and really dominated the game. And then Eddie's he's took all the big names off, hasn't he, really, for the rest of this game, giving the kids an opportunity to shine with Dan Burn captain in the side now in centre defence.
Yeah, having
I'll tell you what, Billy,
playing as the right winger now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. I've been impressed with how quick Karius has come off his line, Billy, because we talk about the speed of goalkeepers coming off the line and making sure that they try and play that sweeper kind of game, and Karius has done that since half time, hasn't he?
He's looked very calm as well, hasn't he? He's not panicked at all. I mean, the second goal of Gates said Darlow panicked like nothing, didn't he? Like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Karius hasn't got that in him. He's much calmer, much better with his feet too.
Peter's asking when the Rangers game is. That is Tuesday night, so quite a quick turnaround, and you'll find it live commentary here on the Toon Review. Here's Ashby into Lewis Miley, plays it back to Murphy. Young Murphy holding on to the ball. He's not going to be, again, good confidence, didn't panic, held onto the ball and then just rolled it into Dan Burn. Some good football here by the kids. Really pressing Gateshead. They have an opportunity here. And what's his name? Nduini. Nduini almost had an opportunity there, just couldn't get the shot away. Here come Newcastle again down the right-hand side. Nice football from the kids. Oh, that's lovely football. And Ashby almost scores. Brilliant run that from Newcastle United. Nice little play and almost ended up in a goal. I don't think it was actually Ashby, but some of these kids look all the same with the hairstyles, Billy. I don't know about you.
No, who is it? It's the number 40, whoever he may be.
Guys, 2,100 watching and only 200 likes. Come on, guys. Let's just take 2 seconds out to hit that like button, please. Let's see if we can get those likes right up, please. Thank you very much. Apparently, Garankuo was playing for Australia in the Toulon tournament, the under-23s tournament, all last month, Billy. So that might be why he's not back yet.
Yeah. I'll explain a few things.
Apparently got over 700 likes, so there you go. I can't see the live likes. I trust my mods. Anyway, Newcastle have a corner. And they are making a couple of other changes there. I'm not sure who's come off. Gateshead are making another 4 changes now for the last 20-odd minutes of the game. AW says, you have to earn your likes. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Thank you very much. But I think we are earning it, giving you the game commentary of the game. So thank you very much. Very funny. Here we go. Corner for Newcastle United. And it's Manquillo. He just sort of trots off. He looks exhausted, bless him. Corner to Newcastle, played it short. But I'm impressed with what I've seen from the kids so far, Billy.
They've been fantastic, haven't they? Just refreshing changes, without a doubt.
Certainly pushing Gateshead back. There's no doubt about it. And what I'm liking is that we sort of lose. They're not panicking as well when the Gateshead players are on them, and you'd think, oh, would they panic on the ball? They're not. They're staying very, very calm and collected, and just doing what they have to do. Little passes here and there, holding onto the ball and things like that. It's really good. Jack says he sat in the hot bath listening to you guys and the Thunder. Good Saturday. Well, you enjoy your bath. Anyway, Gateshead trying to play it out from the back again. I've been impressed with the Gateshead goalkeeper, Billy. He's very calm on the ball. He's not rushed into any decisions. And I think, judging on Gateshead performance today, if they can play like this, certainly as well as they did in the first half, I think they look like they've got a really good side to give the National League a go this season, and maybe not be in the relegation problems that they were last season.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. They play a nice brand of football too. They're not just spoofing it like some lower league sides you'd think would do. They are playing the ball around, keeping it as much as they can. They're obviously under a little bit of pressure now, but in the main, they've been really calm on the ball.
Bob's asking if anyone has stood out today. Well, Maxi. No, absolute no doubt about it. Elliot Anderson's had a very good second half. DK35, thank you for your $4.99 super chat. He says, guys, no word of a lie. Wikipedia is saying that KK plays for Newcastle 2023. Yeah, but it's very easy to change Wikipedia. You can do it yourself. But here come Gateshead now down the right-hand side into the penalty area. Good defending again, though, by Murphy. And he sees the ball out. It's going to be a corner to Gateshead, but very calm defending from the kid.
Oh, Lewis jumping in there, committing himself, left the space. Murphy did really well to come over and cover for him.
Gateshead have an opportunity for a corner here. As well, you look behind the goal, and there's some absolute sodden Newcastle United fans. There's no doubt about that. In comes the corner for Gateshead. It's driven very low and played away, but Karius is onto it and gathers it in. Danielle says this team deserves every like and subscriber. So much work goes on in the background. Trust me, I know. Thank you, Danielle. Really appreciate that, chick. Would-be Farmer says, I've just edited Wikipedia and Billy Trey's our new striker. Oh, dear. Anyway, 15 minutes to go. I still think that the kids would like to get a goal here, Billy, and try and win the game for Newcastle.
Definitely. Yeah, they're very hungry, aren't they? They're that with the word. They're trying to get the ball back.
That's not a good pass. This is a chance. And Karius makes a save low to his left. I think he got that kind of stuck in his feet before he shot. And, well, Karius was in a good position just to gather the ball up. But again, they're not panicking, the kids trying to play out here. They're doing what they need to do. Good movement as well.
I think that's the first take number 40 he's committed. He's been brilliant.
Yeah. But you can tell, Eddie Howe's influence is also rubbing off on the younger players. You can see the way they're playing. It's very, very similar to watching the first team, the way they press and try and pass the ball and keep moving and things like that. Very much Eddie Howe's philosophy. That's a foul. Kevin Buey, thank you very much for your £5 super sticker, mate. Really kind of you. Really do appreciate that. Thank you for your support. Stu says Karius has looked solid. Yes, he has. Very solid.
I tell you who hasn't been solid has been Jamal Lewis defensively the past 10 minutes. He's been bloody awful. Whether he's tired or not, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, we've mentioned him a few times today about his defensive capabilities. Is he better going forward? He had an opportunity to get forward a lot in the first half. Had a lot of the ball actually in the first half, but unfortunately didn't do much with it. But when he's gone to left back second half, he hasn't looked at it.
Well, looks like Dan Burn has gone into left back now. Strange.
I don't think Newcastle have made any further changes.
No, just a positional one. Dan Burns come out to the left flank, to left back. Don't know where Lewis has gone. Whether he's gone into the double pivot role, I don't know. But
yeah, he has. Dan Burns now at left back. Where is Jamal Lewis? I think he's gone off, Billy. See, we don't get the graphics and we don't get to see what's going on with the lack of cameras. We don't get to see what's going on the touchline. But Dan Burn is definitely left back, and I do not see Jamal Lewis on the pitch. So there you go. Jamal Lewis isn't on there, Billy. I think number 55's come on the left. So, yeah. Stato says, if anyone hasn't heard it, Paul and I did a podcast on TTER Patreon regarding Jamal Lewis and what could be his next step. Yeah, we do have a Patreon, guys. If you go and take a look at that, that's just some extra podcasts that we do that we don't film on camera. Some very interesting stuff. Lots of them on there. Billy did a one about a fantasy 90s team for Newcastle United, the best 90s 11. And so some really good stuff over on the Patreon. It's Lucas de Ball that's come on number 55, Billy.
Right.
So Lewis has gone off. But Newcastle United very keen to win the ball, but de Ball winning it back very well there. I'm really impressed with the kids. I mean, there's I think Elliot Anderson's gone off as well, but I can't see the bloody numbers. That's the problem.
No, well, we're back.
And here we come again, cross to the far post. The ball on the volley, he's fluffed it. Huge opportunity there. He went for the big volley, spun round, and eventually just hit him and went out for a goal kick. But again, look, I'm quite happy he's willing to take that on, Billy. That's a little bit of confidence there. Cross coming to the back post, and I mean, he fluffed it, but brilliant, because he went and won the ball back in the first place.
He did, yeah.
Charlie Wiggett's come on for Jamal Lewis, Billy.
Charlie Wiggett.
Yeah. So basically, we have literally the kids and Dan Burn on now.
Charlie Wiggett sounds like he should have been playing in the 1940s.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful ball. Oh, what a goal that is. And Newcastle take the lead with a fabulous finish. I'm trying to see who that is. I actually haven't a Scooby-Doo who it is. But it's a wonderful goal.
Miley's ball, and I don't know who that is at the far post, but it's a great ball.
What a pass by Lewis Miley, though. Perfectly placed. And what a lovely little side left-footed volley that is. And Newcastle United lead 3-2 after being down 2-0 at half-time. And the kids are really putting on a show here. Lovely finish. If anyone can tell me who the hell that is, I'd love to know.
I don't even know what number he is, do we?
That's definitely one of the past. Yeah. Lewis Miley, I think, has got a big future with us, Billy. Turner Cook, apparently.
Yeah, Turner. I was going to say Jay Turner to Cook, yeah.
Beautiful finish. Absolutely fabulous.
Much better.
3-2. Oh, God. It's such a step up from the first half, but it's been the kids pretty much since the 65th minute, Billy. And I have to say that they've played some wonderful football.
I mean, the pass of Miley there was just absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. And Sean Longstaff will be looking over his shoulder at Lewis Miley, I would imagine. I mean, that kind of distribution was absolutely outstanding.
Yeah. I mean, look, again, we talk about the way they play when they're on the ball. I mean, you can tell, the influence of Howe on all the squad is pretty much there for everybody to see. These kids are determined and playing some lovely stuff. Not panicking on the ball, just playing one-touch football. It's really impressive. Really impressive.
Dan Burn out position there. Brilliant cover, though.
Yeah.
Brilliant play. Yes, outstanding. Outstanding play to get out that corner there.
I mean, many people saying, about the youngsters coming through, is it a problem? But you've got to remember, we signed a lot of youngsters in the summer. So, it's Liam says your stream must be behind because I've seen who scored on Twitter before you. Well, it could have been somebody at the ground. We know for a fact that the streams are a couple of seconds behind. So that's probably why. I mean, we talked about building the academy again, Billy, and how the academy has been, struggling really for a long, long time now. And it hasn't really taken off yet, even with the new ownership. But They've signed a lot of youngsters, haven't they? And we're seeing them here, and they're through in goal again. Chance, good save, Rob Elliott, down to his right-hand side there. Could have been 4-2 to Newcastle.
Dan Burnard's come off now, by the way.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, it's his first chance, isn't it?
Yeah.
First real chance on goal. Good save.
I'm really, really impressed with what I've seen from the kids, to be honest. Really impressed. You would have thought Gateshead, it might be a bit more level playing field when the Newcastle made all the changes, but it's certainly, this is a chance for Gateshead. Wonderful skill, good play. Again, defending in numbers for Newcastle United, and it goes behind for a corner to Gateshead. I mean, they've had that determination, haven't they, the kids, Billy? Because they haven't stopped going at Gateshead. They haven't been overawed or anything like that. It's been wonderful. 2,000, 2,300 watching. Thank you so much, guys. Please do subscribe if you're new to the channel, as Carriers takes that ball very, very confidently. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, and the subscribe button is free. Come and join this wonderful community on the Toon Review and help us towards 22,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for everybody that's subscribed today and have either joined on memberships or, of course, sent in super chats. We do appreciate it all. As Newcastle come back down the left-hand side again with the ball. He's looked a lively little character since he's come on the field as well. But again, not rushing into crossing the ball. They'll wait until the position feels right. That's a lovely move again. Byline, it's cut across and cleared by Gateshead. Not very far, though. You've got to admit, Billy, this is absolute top-notch from the kids.
It is, yeah.
Might only be a friendly, but Jesus.
Yeah. Some beautiful football being played, and this one would show what they can do, can't they? I mean, who knows? They could save us a few quid, some one or two of these. You just don't know, do you? I mean, they're showing with some real promise here.
Well, I think certainly Lewis Miley is definitely on Eddie Howe's radar. There's no doubt about that. And I think there'll be a few others. But this just proves that the signings that they've made, bringing some of the kids, making the academy signings as well. I mean, this academy side, by the looks of things, they're going to go places this season as well. And it's good to see.
I've been quite impressed with Howson Ashby on the far side.
He's looked very strong, hasn't he? Yeah. Good distribution as well. And getting forward and up and down that line very quickly.
And you can see why they saw the potential in Alex Murphy. He looks a real diamond.
Yeah, top player. He looks very calm on the ball as well, Billy. He's very much for playing out from the back. He's not just getting it and smashing it into the stands or anything like that. He's holding on to the ball. He's waiting until the right opportunity comes. As Gateshead threatened here in the dying moments of the game. See, I mean, normally, sort of these conditions, maybe take a pot shot from 25 yards, skid along the surface. You just never know. Jevrath, welcome to Members Club. Thank you for signing up to the Toon Review membership. Really appreciate your support, my friend. Jevrath says, I'm new here, but appreciate what you guys are doing. Thank you very, very much, mate. Really do appreciate that. As Gateshead have the ball in the centre circle now, coming up to the 87 minutes gone. And Newcastle United, if you've just joined us, we're 2-0 down at half-time. A little bit of a wayward first half. It was all over the place, to be honest. But they certainly repositioned a few players, a lot more tactically disciplined, and really blew Gateshead away in the first 20 minutes of the second half. Got on level terms. Eddie Howe then made the big changes, all the big names coming off, and left the kids to do the rest of the business. And boy, have they done that, Billy.
They have. I just noticed a little bit of laziness from Endo winning. He didn't press. He was close to the ball, didn't go and try and put any pressure, and he just give up there as well. Not so impressed with the centre forward, I've got to say. Not this far.
Sure, Eddie might have a few words of encouragement for him a bit later.
Yeah.
As Gateshead try and basically battle the way through the back line of Newcastle, but a brick wall awaited them. Couldn't get through at all. Do you guys have Rubenstein or Adam Pearson on, or is it not your thing? Yeah, we had Adam on 2 weeks ago, and we will be getting Rob on in the next couple of weeks as well, in the build-up to the new season, see what he thinks as well. So, yeah, we do get them on. Oh, there's always one, isn't there? Stephen Hall, names, not just kids, lazy commentary. What work is done behind the scenes if you're not learning the players' names? Dear me. It's the first game of the pigging season, man. It's pre-season. God, what do you have to do? Unbelievable. Lazy commentary. Jesus Christ. Okay, whatever. We're learning the new players' names just as much as the other fans are, matey. We're not professional commentators. We don't get paid to do this. We don't sit and have pages of information provided for us by the TV services. We're learning all the players as fans are today. Dear me. Anyway, long ball in, looking for De Ball. Again, I would call De Ball scrappy, Billy. He's a very, very scrappy player, isn't he? He's willing to get in there and fight for the ball as much as possible.
Yeah, he's pushing the guts to get to the back post here. If the ball had been better, it'd have been in. But slightly wasn't. But yeah, like you say, lots of effort.
Here's Lewis Miley on the ball now for Newcastle. Again, he just looks so composed on the ball. They all do, actually. But I tell you what, I've noticed about Harrison Ashby, he's got a very similar kind of build to Kieran Trippier, Billy.
Yeah, you could mistake them, couldn't you? Easily. I like Lewis Miley. He's very Declan Rice, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm very, very impressed. Certainly with Harrison Ashby. I think he's got a real opportunity. Lewis Miley has stood out today as well. A million miles when he's come on. But to be honest, we expected that. Nero Chen, thank you for your $2 Singapore dollars. He says, Paul, you're doing great. I'm loving it. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. But there is the full-time whistle. No injury time played at all. No need to in a pre-season friendly. It has finished Gateshead 2, Newcastle United 3. And I have to say, Billy, very, very, very good second-half performance as we've just gone over 2,400 viewing. I think that is a record, if I'm not mistaken. And we've hit a record already in the first preseason game of the year, which is absolutely mental. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for your support, guys. I really do mean that. 2,400 people is remarkable. And in comes Stato. Well, Alex, seriously better second half.
Yeah, considerably better. Definitely some messages at halftime. The passing... Little passing sequences were better, calmer on the ball. Just that's what we needed. But we've got to stop with these silly first half performances whenever we have rotation. Because I understand it's the first game of pre-season, but we do this all the time when we play in the early cup games as well. We need to it's been 2 years on the trot now where every early cup game we've had a bit of a mare, especially first half, and we've got to dig ourselves out of a hole. But yeah, Anderson and Maxi, brilliant together. And then when some of the younger ones came on, there was some really, really nice, tidy performances, actually.
Yeah.
A few people mentioned Alex Murphy. Yeah, I agree. Looked really, really tidy. I could see him making quite a lot of benches this season, potentially.
Indeed. Paul Tutley says, good show, lads. Best prepare for the season if these viewing figures are anything to go by. Yeah, I'm astonished, to be honest. Absolutely astonished to get nearly 2,500 people watching on a pre-season friendly against Gateshead. I think we're in for a busy season ahead, guys, in the commentary division. So
wait till it's Champions League games.
Well, I think we'll need to read up on the players as well. Just make sure we know who's coming on and things like that. Robocop is good. I'm not sure what the hell you mean by that. Miley and Ashby promising. What did you make of them, Alex?
Yeah, Ashby looked really, really tidy. Careful on the ball. Nice little 1-2s. Energetic. A couple of times where there was 1-2s inside the box. He was good offensively as well. Lewis Miley, really interesting build. Tall, physical player, but technical quality is really good. Obviously, he was the one who crossed it in for the Turner Cook goal. obviously we saw bits of him against Chelsea when he hit the crossbar. So excited to see Lewis Miley maybe play some more senior minutes. Ashby looks like he's closer than I thought. Oh, we talked about Ashby a little bit towards the back end of last season, and we were both, all of us were umming and ahhing about, will we see Ashby? He doesn't look like he's not ready. He looks okay. Miley probably looks the closest. Although Alex Murphy, cheeky little claim, definitely worth maybe adding to
Billy pointed him out a few times in the second half, and very impressive, Billy.
Just calm, isn't he? He's a young lad. I don't think he's even 20 yet, but calm and assured on the ball. He's got the nous to be where the ball's going to be, and he defends pretty well. So, very promising future for that young lad.
Absolutely. Jameson Mitchell says, brilliant game and well done, lads. Thank you for the commentary. You're very, very welcome. Over 1,100 likes now. Thank you so much. Thoroughly enjoy you guys today. Top class. We're all learning the names of the new squad. Exactly. There's always one, though, isn't there? John says he can see a couple of those academy players involved this season. That third goal, Alex, was beautifully done, wasn't it? Miley's ball in, and Turner Cook with a lovely finish.
Yeah, nothing away from Turner Cook. I know it was a great ball, but he understood where the fullback was. He stayed on side. He made the run at the right time into space. Opened his body up carefully, left-footed, slotted it into the bottom corner. There's about 5 or 6 things he had to do correct in that move to get the goal. He had to track his fullback, check the space. There were so many things he had to do right, and he did all of them right. He read the play. He knew that ball was coming in. So Turner Cook deserves a lot of credit for the goal as well. It was really nice from 2 of the young ones, to be fair. I understood Gateshead made wholesale changes as well. But you can only play what's in front of you, and that was lovely.
Yep, absolutely. Jim says, to be fair, 10 quid to watch club site audio stream didn't work, so I'm glad we had you for the stream. You will always have us for every Newcastle United game that we can get for you. Ian Fleming, thank you for your £5 super chat. He says Alex Murphy was Robocop in the... Yes, he was, of course, in the film. Yeah. Alex Murphy, yeah. Scott says, want Jamal Lewis to get a good chance if we don't get a left back. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. As it stands right now, if we had to rely on Jamal Lewis at left back, I am not sure, I have to say. But I still think we sign a left back. I really do. But with 3 subscribers away from 21,500, guys, surely we can hit that before we finish the stream. Come on. If you haven't subscribed already, free to do so. Hit that button. Let's have a look. Niall says, couldn't be anything less than a win for War Billy's birthday. Exactly. And I think that's what Eddie Howe went in and said at half-time. He says, do you realise it is Billy Trey's birthday today? You go out there and you give a second-half performance that he can be proud of and win for his bloody birthday. Thank you. We've just hit 21,500. Brilliant. Awesome. You guys are literally incredible. Football Matters says, great show, guys. Brilliant commentary, lads. Well done, says Geordie in Canada. Kevin says, Mrs. Toon Review, if I could subscribe multiple times, I would. Well, thank you very much. Look, Tuesday's going to be a test, isn't it? Because Rangers, we'll know what the atmosphere is like. It'll be absolutely bouncing inside Ibrox. Just an incredible atmosphere. Newcastle will play a stronger side, Billy, and it will be, I would think, a bit more of a physical game as well, because, Rangers will want to get one over a Premier League side who are in the Champions League, etc. And Newcastle won't want to get, pag it as well. They'll want to win the game.
Absolutely. It's going to be a massive England v Scotland game, as they always are. Baines have made some significant signings to the squad this year. They're going to be better this year than they were last. And Newcastle will definitely have the top men out. I think you'll see Botman and Cher playing, for instance, with Byrne playing virtually a full game today. So, it's going to be an interesting game. The atmosphere will be hostile. But I'm sure our lads will make themselves heard, and I think it'll be a great game of football.
Yeah, look, the club know that they've got 8,000 fans going up for this game. It's no ordinary pre-season friendly. We've got the option to maybe, play a good, strong side, and then all of a sudden it can certainly get a lot better in America. You can rotate the side a little bit better. So it's very exciting. So I'm thoroughly looking forward to Tuesday night. And of course, like I said, you can find that game live here on the Toon Review for commentary again. But if you were giving today's game out of 10, guys, Alex, what would you give it? I mean, it's a tale of two halves, I guess.
I mean, as a game, just as a neutral as a game, I'd give it a 10 because I thought we got to see 40-odd players. We got to see drama, 5 goals. We got to see mistakes, but really good skill. Lots of different players we don't normally get to see. So when you factor in all of that, I thought it was amazing. Obviously, if we're judging it on our performance out of 10, it's definitely not going to be a 10. There were a lot of issues, some positives. We won the game. But it was a really fun game, to be fair. It was really exciting, so I enjoyed it.
Absolutely. Mother Stato wishes you a happy birthday, Billy.
Thank you, Mummy Stato.
She's in the house. She always hides behind the scenes. You never know when Mother Stato is watching on. But there you go. Billy, what would you give it out of 10?
No, I'll give it a solid 7. Yeah, I was quite impressed with quite a lot of them, and some of them I think have told Eddie where they're going to be next season. The left-back situation does worry me slightly, I've got to say. Yeah.
Well, we will talk about that. We will have a live show tomorrow night, guys. We'll be looking back on this game, talking about some of the performances, and if anybody has made a claim to be near that first team squad, we will kick that off at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. So don't miss that. And then, of course, Tuesday night, we will have more live commentary on the Toon Review. There's only one way to finish the show off tonight. Billy, are we going old on you, Daisy? Those of you that have just subscribed to the channel, Daisy is our channel mascot, the cow, and we always celebrate a Newcastle victory with Daisy's dancing. So are we going old on you, Bill?
It's a new season. Let's have the new Daisy.
Here we go. So there you go. Daisy is celebrating a fabulous win at the International Stadium today by 3-2 after being 2-0 down at half-time. That is it for today, guys. Just thank you to everybody for your memberships, your super chats, everything. It's been remarkable. Nearly 2,500 watching. You guys make us what we are, and we do appreciate your support every single day. You're awesome. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you to Billy for the co-commentary. Thank you to Alex for his summing up. And Alex will be back tomorrow night with us live. But whatever you do, enjoy the rest of your unfortunate wet weekend that it is at the minute. But we'll see you back live tomorrow night. In the meantime, have a wonderful day, guys. Take care and good afternoon.
How are the lads and lasses?
Come back and check out some breathing.
Ah.